What is going on, my fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money Online Trainer podcast. It is your boy, Brian Mark. And in today's episode, I'm joined by my clients for PODCHATS. This is called the 10K Mastermind. This is my mid-tier program where these clients are making anywhere from $5,000 to $25,000 per month. Without further ado, we're going to bring on the clients. We're going to get them to ask us questions. Before we do, I just want to let you guys know that we do only have 3 Elite Mansion Mastermind tickets left. So if you guys have been considering coming to the Elite Mansion Mastermind, this is going to be your last opportunity to do so because after the 3 are sold, we are done ski. Brandon Johnson, damn, 9.8K in 8 days. I just read that win. Let's fucking go, bro. I love that for you. Without further ado, let's get into today's podcast. Let's get into the coaching call. What's up, D?
Yo, what's good, man? I would ask how you doing, but I already know. I already know, man.
Bro. I already know. You got to keep that energy. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, a question for me. I have 2 questions actually. So, one, I'm noticing that I'm in a lot more conversations now,
Yeah.
but I'm not getting as many calls booked as I used to.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if it's a mindset thing or what's really going on, but it just seems like a lot of the conversations are just kind of fizzling out, or the people just don't want the help.
Mhm. Now, you said you're in a lot more conversations. So tell me, like, how are you getting into these conversations? Is it conversations that you yourself are starting, or like, where are these conversations coming from?
Yeah, I'm starting them. So I'll just go down my followers list and I'll just DM
Yep.
everybody.
Cool. Is your following growing right now?
I mean, a couple followers a day, but it's not like how it used to be.
Okay. Do you have any boosted posts running right now?
No, I had one last week, but the conversations are coming from me just going through my following list. I'll DM people from my reels and my Instagram stories.
Okay. So there's 2 different ways to approach your marketing, and there's also 2 different ways to approach your business. And the way that I view it is like if you guys went into your neighborhood right now and you knocked on 100 people's doors, 100% there would be some people from those doors that might be interested in coaching, but it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of effort, and you're going to get a lot of no's. So just because you're having more conversations doesn't mean those conversations are quality / people that are actually interested. Like I can walk up to a stranger on the street or in the mall and ask him if he has an online fitness business, but I would rather spend more time and energy and effort creating magnetic content so that they came to me. So I think that the effort and energy that you're spending on DMing every single follower that you have, like I think you would be better off having a boosted post for 10 to 20 to $30 a day that's consistently bringing you in quality traffic. And that might mean that you're only doing, 10 to 30 to 40 new conversations a day. And then you're doing resparks of people that are engaging with your social media. But all of your effort, all of your passion, all of your energy goes into creating magnetic content to get people to reach out to you / magnetic content to get that small audience warmed up and nurtured. Because it's
Okay.
almost like in the 10K mastermind, you're a one-man show, right? So one-man show, you only have a finite amount of energy. Like you only have 40 hours, 50 hours in a work week. And so if you
Yep.
spend 10 of those hours or 20 of those hours in a work week DMing random people on social media, hopefully that one person buys from you, that's like me going in my neighborhood and knocking on 1,000 doors. I might find somebody that's interested, but I also have to go through a lot of fucking doors before I have somebody that actually opens up and says they're interested. So if you spent more energy on really creating value with your social proof, if you spent more energy on interviewing your clients on live streams, if you spent more energy doing live streams for your Instagram audience, if you spent more energy doing content research so that you can find stuff that's consistently going viral, if you spent more energy ideating, scripting, filming, having fun with content, that is a higher ROI activity rather than what you're doing right now. So
Mhm.
if you wanted my advice, I would replace the activity that you are doing right now with boosting a post for 20 to $30 a day. That way you still get the same effect of new conversations. The difference is they're going to be a lot warmer because they just followed you.
Okay. Yeah, what I was doing before was like $7 a day pretty much for a week. So like $50 for a whole week together. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. And my last question, it deals with my TikTok. So I'm not sure if you remember, like years ago, I had went viral for combining like anime and fitness together, switched up my avatar, switched up my niche, and all those followers that I have, I think I'm sitting at like 370 something thousand followers. And it's like I'm still getting like 500 to 600 views on a post. And I may get some that like, go up a little bit more, but it's really in that range.
I want to show you something. Cole Da Silva has 1.5 million followers on TikTok, and he still gets videos that get 1,600 views.
Mm,
So,
okay.
and not one, multiple, 1,700, like multiple.
Mm,
The difference between TikTok and Instagram, you guys, is TikTok is a platform that shows your content to new eyeballs all the time. It's not like Instagram. Instagram, I feel like, is a better platform to play games on because on Instagram, once you go viral and you gain 10,000 followers, when you post, Instagram shows your post to your followers. TikTok doesn't do that. So,
mm.
like, TikTok is just a harder game in general. So,
Didn't know
um,
that.
the views that you're getting on TikTok have nothing to do with the fact that you switch your avatar, blah, 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 and have everything to do with the fact that every single piece of content that you post is shown to new people. So if those new people don't engage, it doesn't get shown. And the algorithm is just fucking ruthless. Whereas Instagram algorithm is a little bit more in your favor because when you get a post that gets followers and they follow you, those people will actually see your shit versus TikTok, they won't.
Got you. Got you. Okay. One quick question. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna do $20 a post or $20 for a boosted post per day. Is there a specific type of post that I should, I mean, obviously one with the call to action at the end, but is there any like specific post that you would recommend?
Who's your avatar?
Single professional, man.
Okay. So like I would say something like, if you're working hard in your career, but you're struggling in your fitness journey, this video is for you. I'm going to teach you exactly how I myself got into the best shape of my life and how my client John lost 20 pounds in 90 days working with me or some sort of transformative result. And then I would say, if you want to learn exactly how me and my clients are staying in shape year round while having busy careers, make sure you follow me and watch some of my content.
Got you. All right, perfect. Appreciate it, bro.
10 to 15-second video.
Sounds good.
Okay, bro. Much love. Talk soon.
Yep.
Ronnie Travis. Ronnie Travis, you're second today. Damn.
I know. I'm trying not to take it personally, but we're gonna get over it. Okay, so my win is I went to the fucking spa and I felt like a new human when I walked out. Like literally, of course I was like late, so I was like running in like stress level 100 and I walked out feeling amazing. And then I closed a few more people into the boot camp over the weekend and obviously just got off a sales call, closed somebody into my high ticket program, so we're feeling pretty good today.
We're
So
moving. Life's good.
right? So, anyways, that being said, my boot camp is first weekend. Clients are loving it. People are doing good. They're taking action. Like the group is very active. So, my first question is kind of around like basically, I'm looking for strategies, a mixture of like tangible strategies, but also maybe a little bit of your hippie shit on helping to open loop people and get them to like at the end of the boot camp, make sure they want to continue. Right. So I noticed that sometimes in the boot camps, I do a very good job of getting people results and they feel amazing, but like they also feel so good where they're like, I don't need you anymore. And then those same people are doing my boot camp again this year because they fucking didn't stick with it. So my first question is on like, yeah, like open looping and kind of like strategies for best strategies to kind of make sure people know that like this 21-day thing isn't enough to get you to your goals.
That's a great question. The overarching strategy for any sort of challenge or thing like that is, or not even just challenge, but when you're working with clients, write this in the chat, get them thinking about the future. The overall strategy, if you guys want to sign more clients, make more money from challenges, get clients to stick around for longer, is you need to get them thinking about the future. Now, if I was running a boot camp that was 30 days long and I only had 30 days with these clients, the way I'd be getting to think about the future in two ways. Way number one is I would do a vision board party and I would make them all set vision goals for the year for their fitness journey. And I would get them to imagine what their dream body looks like fully accomplished and how good it would feel to achieve their dream body. So I would help them come up with a vision for that. Because a lot of people, when it comes to fitness, like they can't even imagine what they look like in the best shape of their life because they've never seen it. So I'd help them imagine it. What would it feel like if you had more energy to play with kids? How would you feel if you were down 20 pounds? How would you feel if you could see your abs all year round? How would it feel if you finally got control of your nutrition? So like helping them see that vision. So that'd be the first thing that I would do is like future pace and help them see the future. Second way you can help them see the future is, do you have any sort of like how many clients are in the program?
In the boot camp,
Yep.
25.
25. Okay. Are you doing any sort of check-ins with them?
So how I've done it in the past is I do it all through the Facebook group, right?
Yep.
So like it's like I will like I tag everyone and I'll be in there, but I don't really do like, I don't really do check-ins, but I'm open to doing it differently.
Mm-hmm. So I'll tell you how I convert at a high percentage when I'm doing a challenge. Because like when I had a small business, I treated it like a small business. So
Mhm.
what I mean by that is like I had a touch point. I had a list of every single client that was in my challenges, whether it was like a 40-day challenge, 14-day challenge, whatever. And every single day I'd have a touch point with them every day. And whether that like touch point, like usually it would be a message. And like every single day I would just make sure I message this one person. How you doing, girl? How's things coming along? Just checking in, building that relationship, helping them through any fitness struggles that they have, catching fires before they become fires, helping people get back on track before they fell off, keeping people motivated when they're doing good. So that would be one of the things that I would do is just a daily checkpoint because you have 25 people. It'll take you 25 to 30 minutes to make sure that you're just checking in with each one of them every day. I also, so we have to think about this idea of thinking about the future. So inside of your challenge, are you doing any live streams?
Yeah. So I do the workouts live. So I do them a little bit differently, but I do also plan on doing like 2 live streams a week.
So what if one of those live streams per week for 4 weeks was an interview with your client talking about how they've been working with you for the last 6 months?
Okay.
Right? So get them thinking about the future. That's the way you can get them to think about the future. Getting them to set goals is to think about the future. Talking about in your live streams, I would methodically plan out live streams that were talking about how like 30 days is only the start. And like a lot of people struggle because they do these sprints for 30 days and they fall off track. You don't want to be one of those people. I would do another live stream about how 87% of New Year's resolutions fail after the first 30 days because most people get a little bit motivated and they don't actually follow a structured plan and they don't get the proper guidance, so they fall off track. So you can plan your live streams around all the objections that people usually give you on the call for why they don't continue. And then you can just address all those objections on a live stream. Another live stream you could do is like this mindset of doing it on your own. Like nobody does it on their own. Everybody needs a coach. Everybody needs to be accountable, including myself. I'm always accountable to a coach. I have a coach for my business. I've got a coach for my fitness. And the reason it's so important to have a coach is the best players in the world at all of the sports that we know have coaches, all of them. It's like we're all getting coached. And so having somebody that you respect that can hold you accountable is necessary. So doing it on your own is just an idea that most people use to keep them stuck in their comfort zone so that they don't have to be held accountable. If you want to hit your goals, you have to be held accountable by a coach that actually cares about you and wants to see you win. You can do a whole live stream on that.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
And
Love
like
that.
the live stream can be like, don't be an island, or that frame that I would use. So many people just isolate themselves on an island. And they're like, oh, I'm going to do this on my own. But even when you're on an island, you're not doing it on your own because you're going to Google, you're searching fucking weight loss programs, you're finding an article that somebody wrote, you're taking that article, putting it into practice, doing the best you can. Like you're still learning from people. So you may as well learn from the people that you look up to the most and people that you're inspired by. Last thing is I would do some sort of, do you do group coaching calls where they all attend?
Yes.
Okay. What does the structure of those look like?
Basically, so I come on, I get them to kind of like share their wins in the chat, and then I will just lead them through some sort of a topic and then do like questions that they have at the end. And I am always like trying to like make it like actionable where they're like throwing stuff in the chat and like answering my questions the whole time.
Cool. Middle of the challenge, I want you to get them to talk about their goals for the next 6 months in their fitness journey.
Okay.
And get them to all share with the group what their goals are for the next 6 months are and why they're important to them. Future, 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 future. And then throughout the challenge, Ronnie, you yourself are posting social proof of your clients that are working with you for 6+ months. And you're just talking about the long-term transformation. Like, I'm so glad you ladies are here with me for 30 days, but the real results happen in longer time frames. This is my client, Sarah, who's been with me for 6 months, and she's lost 25 pounds in 6 months. She's in the best shape of her life.
Yeah. Okay. Like in the group with everybody. Yeah. Okay.
And then at the end of the challenge, if you've done your job properly by future pacing, by talking about the long-term benefits, by addressing all the objections about why people aren't showing up or why people don't get results, when you start making your offers, there's going to be a lot more people that will say yes for their own internal reasons because they'll feel like they want to take action, not because you're asking them to. They're going to feel like they want it versus they're being sold, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And that's what I want, right? I don't want people who I'm like for dragging, kicking and screaming. I want them to like want to do it, right?
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay. That was fucking awesome. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Last thing I'll say is like women, I would do something around the like ultimate investment of yourself.
Yeah.
Like the ultimate investment in yourself. Because like if my avatar is men, as an example for my dudes out here, my avatar is men. Men might spend money on brand new shoes, a brand new watch, brand new outfits so they look fucking slick for the club, all this stuff to make them look good, but they're not investing in the one thing that's actually going to give them the utmost confidence, which is like their body. So like talking about how like 2025 is their year that you invest in your fitness because fitness Like your fitness journey, like being in the best shape of your life is going to give you a lot more confidence in getting your makeup done. Being in the best shape of your life is going to get you a lot more confidence than a haircut. Being in the best shape of your life is give you a lot more confidence than a shopping spree. So this is the year that you invest in yourself.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's literally what my client who I just had, like, she said, she's like, I always spend money on my kids, on my dog, on my husband. I never spend money on me. Like, this year's about me. So that's fucking
That
nailed
was
it.
the high ticket client.
Yeah.
Fucking, I love that.
So yeah. So awesome. Okay. I feel that I'm just going to leave it at that then. Okay. That was awesome. Thank you so much, Brian.
I hope you have the best day of your entire life. I'm glad you're feeling better.
You too. Bye.
Bye. All right. Marilyn Molina, what's up?
Hi, Brian.
Hello.
That was such good feedback for Ronnie. I was going to ask you, is that something that I can apply for my 4-day challenge as well?
Absolutely.
That was so good. Okay, I took notes on that, and I'll go ahead and do that. So I have a couple of questions for you regarding just offers. So I did change my pricing where I give more. I was doing in the CLA, I was doing $250 a month, and then I talked to Janelle, and she gave me some better options to give. So I'm doing $350 for 6 months, and weekly check-ins, 300 for 12 months. And weekly check-ins, and then my low ticket would be $250 bi-weekly check-ins for 6 months or 12 months.
Yep.
Now, I feel comfortable like giving my options at the end of the call, but now that I have more options, I feel like I don't know how to frame it. And the last 2 calls, I wasn't able to close them, and I think it's because I'm not clear and not confident in how I'm like saying it to them. So, what would be a good way to just frame that?
What's your ideal program that you want to sell?
The 12 months.
12 months? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so 300. And I even say like we can do biweekly payments, which is 150 every 2 weeks.
Okay, perfect. Now, I'll tell you the truth and then I'll tell you what I think you should do. The truth is that like when it comes to longer term commitments, most people have commitment issues. Like I would say 99% of humans have commitment issues, like 99%. So the idea of committing to 12 months up front is really fucking scary for a lot of people. So I'll tell you what Dawn Lamb does, and then I'll tell you how to integrate it into your coaching business. So please walk me through your offers one more time. You said it's $350 for 6 months.
$350 for 6 months, weekly check-ins, 300 for 12 months, weekly check-ins, and then the low ticket is basically $250 and bi-weekly check-ins.
Easy. This is the easiest fucking shit ever. So here's what you're going to do. At the end of your call, you're going to be like, okay, so the way that I work with clients is I'm not one of those short-term coaches that's going to get you a quick transformation. And then after the program, you're back to exactly where you started. My goal is to help you transform your body, your mind, and your life so that you make this a permanent change and you lose the weight and keep it off. Is that okay with you? They say yes. Then you're like, perfect. So the way that I work is my coaching programs comes with training, nutrition, and accountability, everything that we've talked about on today's call. If you were to hire an in-person trainer for 6 months, it would cost you about $5,000 to $10,000 and you wouldn't get a training and nutrition plan. I'm going to work with you for the next 6 months, give you training, nutrition, and accountability with weekly check-ins, and it's $350 a month. How does that sound?
Okay.
So you
I love that.
you focus on one offer. Now, I'll tell you why. Because if you can get them for 6 months, right, which you will, then when you go for the re-sign and you're like, hey, I'd love to continue working with you as a client. And then you're like, out of curiosity, did you enjoy working with me as your coach? Like, did you get value from this? And they're like, yeah, I love it. Like, okay, cool. Well, if you re-sign and we actually do 12 months, I can actually give you a $50 discount on every single month that you pay. So instead of $350 a month, it's $300 a month. Would that make it easier for you to get started today? So that's how you re-sign. Then let's say you're on the call with a client and they're like, oh, I just can't do it because $350 a month is a little bit too much. You're like, okay, perfect. So just to be super clear, like the program sounds amazing. It sounds like something you'd want to move forward with, but the only issue is that it's $350 a month. Is that correct? They're like, yes. You're like, if I was able to get it down to $300 a month for you, would that make it a little bit more reasonable? And they're like, oh, yes, absolutely. Then we're like, okay, perfect. So why don't we do this? I can get you on $300 a month. It would be 12 months instead of 6 months, but it's going to lower your monthly investment. And that way we're actually going to be working together for a longer period of time and you pay a lower dollar amount per month. How does that sound? And it's almost used as a downsell. Then if that didn't work, then you can go for the 250.
Okay, that's great because I was doing all the options at once, and then people are like, can you repeat that again? It's like, even I'm confused. I'm like, wait, let me see.
It's called choice overload. Everybody write this down, one option at a time.
Okay.
It's called choice overload. And I even think that choice overload theory applies to the DMs as well. Like if you're in the DMs and you're like talking to a prospect, I had to train my team on this. They were like sending a training video and then they're like, oh, by the way, make sure you also check out my podcast. I'm like, you're confusing them. They're going to go away. Like you need to, like when you're talking to a prospect, Marilyn, you need to direct them to the next step and then give them the next step and then ask them how they feel about it. And if they don't like that step, then you can point to a different step. But you don't want to give them like, okay, to move forward, where there's 3 different options. You can do this one, or this one, because then they're like, then they don't know. They don't know. Like confused prospects don't buy stuff. We need to make sure like super clear exactly what the offer is.
Okay, perfect. That makes total sense. And I love how, and I took this out of my coaching call, of my, the sales call of like comparing the in-person training versus the online training. Do you feel like I should I think it's a great, I got coached at the CLA. I did a sales call and I was told to take it out. But I always felt like it was a great reminder of like, this is way more valuable than what you could be getting at a regular gym.
I like it. I think you should keep it in.
I like it too. Okay, so I'll just add it back. Okay, perfect. So now my next question is another from what this was yesterday. It was a stay-home mom, and majority of my clients are moms, and some of them are stay-home moms. And during the coaching call, I was like, okay, I feel like she's probably gonna give me I have to talk to my husband, but I just want to be more proactive when I know it's gonna be somebody that is a stay-home mom. How can I be proactive before I get on the call with them?
In terms of like they have the finances?
Yeah, because she gave me I need to talk to my husband because he's the one who pays for everything.
Okay. Now, if you get a lot of stay-at-home moms, what are the questions in your Calendly?
Also, I do everything on the DMs and I like schedule it, and that's been working for me. I don't get I've never had a no-show.
I'm not worried about no-shows. I'm just worried about so if they're a stay-at-home mom and like, how do you do you have anything that makes you aware that they're a stay-at-home mom? Is there anything that like any sort of qualifiers that you ask?
No. And well, at the beginning of the call, I do. I just ask like, yeah, as we're talking, like, oh, do you work and this stuff, just kind of getting to know them a little bit more.
So once you book the call, if you wanted to do a qualifier before the call, you could, in the DMs, one of the questions you can ask Marilyn is, and when you're asking about their activity level and their fitness, you're like, and just out of curiosity, what do you do for work and how active are you? That's like the way that you can disguise that question so that you're not like, what's your job? What do you do for work and how active are you? Because then they'll be like, oh, I'm a stay-at-home mom and my kids keep me busy. Then you know in advance that it's stay-at-home mom. Then if that's the case, if they're a stay-at-home mom, they book the call, they're like, then you're going to say, perfect. And does your partner know that you're looking for a fitness coach, or is this something that you're going to have to run by him? And she's like, this is something I'm going to have to run by him. You're like, okay, perfect. Is there any way that he could attend the call as well? I'd love to talk to both of you guys to see if it makes sense.
Okay. So get him in the call as well.
Yes, that would be ideal.
Okay.
Once he's on the call, all you got to do is talk to the lady, because the guy might make the decisions, but at the end of the day, if the lady really wants to lose the weight, the lady's going to tell the guy what to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. All right. So I'll do that. And then last quick one is meal plans. So I change meal plans every 4 weeks for my clients. And what do you think about ChatGPT for meal plans?
I've never used it. I don't know. You have to test it. Like I would have to test, you would have to test it against the meal plans you've already created and see. So I've never used it. Like when I was an online fitness coach, I didn't have ChatGPT. I'll be transparent. If I did have ChatGPT, I probably would have tried it.
Because I was asking one of my friends right now, I was like, do you know? And they're like, I think ChatGPT, and I did it. Give me a meal plan with this type of macros, and it did it so fast. And I was like, is this real? Like, so I'm just gonna go back and I'm gonna
I'll be
that
honest.
into my
I'll be
fitness
100% honest. If I was an online fitness coach and there was ChatGPT, I would have 100% used it for meal plans. 100%, no questions asked.
Okay, I think people are telling me that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I see. Okay, I'll check the chat. All right, I'll look into it. I just thought if you knew about it, I wanted to hear your opinion. But
cool.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome, Marilyn. Have the best day ever. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Big boy Brandon Johnson had a $9,800 week, bought an Elite Mansion Mastermind ticket, and is fucking absolutely crushing it. Where you at, Bree? Are you there? I don't see that camera on. Oh, there he is.
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
Big boy Brandon Johnson's making some motherfucking moves this week, brother.
Yep. We had to raise the monthly income goal a couple times.
But anyways, I'm proud of you. Congratulations. That's fucking dope.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the event. It's going to be cool.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I got some questions for you here. So I feel like I'm running out of content ideas. I've been doing a lot of Costco grocery hauls. Those are what hit. And there's only so many foods in Costco. I feel like I'm running out of ideas. And I put a Trader Joe's up yesterday. It was like the first time I did Trader Joe's from Costco. And I mean, it did well, but part of me is afraid to switch to the grocery store because so many people follow me from the Costco ones. So I don't know. Do you have any advice on what to do about content ideas or to figure out what would work best?
I have a conversation I want to flip back to you. You ready?
Yeah.
Do you want to be stuck as the Trader Joe guy?
No. I mean, I don't really care.
Right. So like the reason I'll tell you why is you might not care now, but if there's even a part of you that said no, in 2 years, you're gonna fucking hate it. So I'll tell you what I did when I first built one of my social media accounts. I built my social media account literally by doing protein videos. And then I tried to branch out and start doing different styles of videos. But the only thing that people cared about were my protein videos because I did them for like 6 months straight. So you want to avoid trapping yourself in a box with your content. And it sounds to me like that's the direction that you're heading in. So what content should you do? Go back to the fucking gym, brother. Go back to
Yeah,
the
I do.
gym. Yeah.
I try to post a fitness one, and then I'll post a nutrition one or a grocery store one. Then I'll do a fitness one.
Okay. So like, but like we could do other, there's other ways to do grocery store videos. So it's not just the talking grocery store videos. Like just gonna give you an example. Like another way to do a grocery store video is you could do a 6-second reel that would be like your top 5 muscle building foods to buy in the grocery store. And it's like that's the caption. You're jacked as fuck walking around the grocery store. And then you're just literally, I know I'm contradicting myself. And then it says read the caption and you give the shit in the caption, or you say comment list and I'll send you the grocery list. So that's another way you can do a grocery store video. But when you're thinking about nutrition, it's not just grocery store videos. You can also do things that are involved with food that are out in public places. As an example, you can go to a Starbucks drive-through and you're like, if you're at a Starbucks drive-through and you want to get fucking juicy, then this is the coffee that you need to order. If you're out at McDonald's and your family's eating there and you have to eat something at McDonald's, but you want to stay juicy, this is what you order. If you're at Chick-fil-A and you want to get a meal that's a muscle building meal, this is exactly what you need to get when you're at Chick-fil-A. So there's like so many different
There's a lot.
right? There's so many different verticals you can go down, but I want to encourage you to not like the thing when you start popping on social media, it's easy to just do that one thing. And I'm not saying get away from the thing that's helping you go viral, but just don't get stuck there.
Yeah,
Don't
it makes sense.
So like experiment and like do different styles of content. Like I'm not gonna lie, you guys are gonna see me do some fucking 6-second read the caption videos. And I know that I've been you guys can make fun of me all you want in my comments. That's fine because I deserve it because whatever. Sometimes we change our minds, but I'm trying different shit all the time, right? Like I'm always trying different stuff because I notice that like anytime I'm not iterating, bro, that's when my content stagnates. So like you'll see me do like stuff like this. This is completely different. I've never done like stuff like this.
Yeah, I saw that. That was good.
Stuff like this. I've never done stuff like this. It's completely different. Stuff like this. I don't do stuff like this. It's completely different. But the reason I'm doing stuff like this, and this video fucking slapped. It got like 335 comments. Stuff like this. I don't do stuff like this. But the reason I'm doing stuff like this is because my content was kind of stagnating. It was kind of like 17 to 20K views. So I needed to change it up. So it's important to know what works, Brandon, but also experiment. So like if you wanted my advice, it would be like stick to what works. So like you do gym video, you do some sort of nutrition video. But when you're doing the nutrition videos, you can do like a Starbucks video, you could go to McDonald's, you can go to Safeway, you could go to the Starbucks drive-thru, you can go like wherever, right? And then I want one of the video styles to be experiments. So maybe the nutrition is an experiment. So maybe instead of doing any talking, you're doing all the writing on the screen, as an example. So look for different styles. So that's my invitation for you is like when you're doing content research, don't just stick to what works. Look for different styles so you can stay iterating and you can stay growing because then you're going to find like you're going to experiment. You're going to find one style that fucking pops and you're going to be like, oh shit. Now you've got a new style to help you go viral. Does that make sense?
Yeah, honestly, that's what kind of got me where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Just trying different things.
Yeah. So keep doing that. Stay a student, stay experimenting. Write this in the chat, everyone. Marketing is a game of experimentation. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. Everyone's experimenting until they find something that works. They run with it for a while, then it stops working, then they keep experimenting. That's a great marketer. Cool.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'll definitely hit it up. I was gonna hit what was it? Chipotle open down the street. I'm gonna hit that up.
Perfect. I love it, brother.
I appreciate it.
Easy, bro. Congratulations on your $10,000 week. That's fucking huge. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thanks, man.
Okay, bro. Talk soon. Peace. Maximus Decimus Meridius. What's up, brother?
What's going on, G?
How we doing, brother?
So I'm doing good. How about you?
Amazing. Tell me some wins.
Some wins. Recurrence going up a little bit. Just kind of dialing in my schedule on a day-to-day basis. I've been like hitting the fucking mark on like when the hour's up on my like Google Calendar. I'm fucking switching tasks, which has always been a struggle. So that feels fucking good. But two questions. One of them kind of ties off a little bit what Brandon was asking. So I'm having issues. I'm not bad at it. I'm not struggling. I'm getting better at it. But with the ideation and shit, I just feel like I'm not that I don't resonate with my content as much, but like when I'm sitting down and like trying to ideate, like I feel like I'm going to like the same pages, I'm looking at the same videos, and like I tried recreating and it doesn't work. And it's just like I feel like I'm like spinning my wheels there where I'm like there should be different things I'm trying maybe that like I'm not seeing or finding. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay, so this is a good thank you for bringing this up because I was experiencing this as well. And so I'm gonna give you guys the invitation to like don't just look in your industry, look at different industries. So like if you guys look at fitness coach as an example, right? Let's just say you look at fitness coach as like the hashtags. Then you go to fitness coach hashtags, you're scrolling through the hashtags. What you're gonna see is pretty much the same style of fucking reel from every fitness coach because every fitness coach is pretty much doing the same thing. But if you went to like detailing business and you scroll through their reels and you saw a content style that was unique and different from what the fitness coaches are doing, that might fucking work, right? Or if you go to real estate and you see a content style that they do, that might work. If you search up humor and just like comedy in general, instead of just gym fitness, or gym comedy, you just search up comedy or funny videos, you might find a funny video that's fucking hilarious that you can make for fitness. So it sounds to me like your inspiration or your ideation is pointed in one direction, Max. And I'm just going to
Mm.
invite you to broaden the horizons of the content that you're looking at. Like I'll get my inspiration from like a detailing video. I'll get my inspiration from like a home services business. I'll get my inspiration from like a real estate video. Like I'll get my inspiration. You know what I mean? So like you need to
Yeah.
broaden the horizons of the stuff that you're looking at. And like honestly, I stumbled across this idea by accident because I was doing content research for the gym and I was just looking at other businesses and how they were marketing their services. And then I would see another business that was a fucking sick promo, and then I would do that promo for the gym. And then that made me realize I can look at other industries for inspiration. So like look a little bit outside of the niche that you currently look in. Because I'm assuming you look at men's fitness coach, men's fat loss coach. I'm not
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. I just try to look for people who are popping in the industry.
okay. So
So okay.
let's broaden it. Let's look. Why don't you try looking for women's fitness coach? Why don't you try looking for? Let's broaden it. Like a coach for dads. Like so, like that's how we broaden it within the niche. And then let's also try broadening it in general. Let's look at real estate coach. Let's look at home services business. Let's look at business to business. Like let's just look at a bunch of different fucking industries so that you find something that you can steal and recreate.
Mm, okay. I fuck with that actually because I've been sitting down ideating and I'm getting pissed off because I'm just like, what the fuck? Just don't feel creative. So that's fucking
That
valuable.
change the ideation.
Hell yeah. And then so like when you're sitting down, you're just like when you're ideating, you're like looking at the hooks, the background when they're switching and shit. Like it's pretty much just it's like a sandwich, maybe, or not even like a sandwich. It's just the hook works, fucking don't reinvent the wheel and then just repackage it in your sense.
I'll do a couple of things. So like when I'm grabbing constant inspiration, I'm looking for the hook for sure. I'm looking for the format of the video because the format of the video sometimes is what makes the video go viral. Like an example is like if I'm doing a talking video, that might go viral. But if I do that same video, but I do it as a whiteboard video, that might perform better. But if this video is viral because they're actually drawing on a piece of paper, I might draw on a piece of paper for the video. So I'm looking for the hook. I'm
Mm,
looking for the format. I'm also looking for like the subject matter. So like what are they actually talking about in the video? Because sometimes it's the subject matter that's causing it to go viral. So I'm grabbing all of these different elements and then I'm inserting my own expert advice.
okay, perfect. Yeah, that actually helps a lot because yeah, definitely doing that. I appreciate it. And then last question. So I have two boosted reels going right now, both at $10 a day, and like they're crushing. Like this week I've probably got like 200, 250 followers, which is fucking crazy. But it does like obviously I understand that they're all fucking cold leads. But I'm wondering like now that I'm at home, like I'm starting to live stream, which was not a thing before. I hate to even admit that, but we're fucking fixing it. But I'm just looking for other ways to like get these conversations going or like warm these people up. Like I try to give them resources, but I don't know. I feel like I ask this fucking question on like all the coaching calls and I hate even asking it, but I just fucking can't get people to open or respond to messages. And it's just like can't get them to like restart the combo and shit. And it's just like I'm trying to get better at that, I should say. I can't. It's not that I can't do it, it's I'm working to get better at it.
So what's the opener?
The opener, I mean, typically what I've been some ideation of like, hey name, appreciate you dropping a follow. Like curious if you're on a fitness journey yourself, or you're just here for the vibes, or you're here for just to enjoy the content. I've been trying like if they have open profiles or like have some shit in their bio, ask them questions about that. Like if they're on vacation, like, oh bro, where was that? Look fucking sick or something like that. But those are the ones I usually flop between.
Yeah. So like there's two things. One, you can't make people get hotter faster. So like that's the first thing. Is like you're like trying to
Hmm.
push an issue that like you can't force people to get ready. People are ready when they're ready. Out of every 100 people that follow you, there's 15 people that are looking for a coach in the next 90 days. 15, 1 5. Those are called the now buyers. So you
Hmm.
make that number increase. That's just statistics. So you can change up the opener to try to get a higher response rate. That's something that you do have control over. So what if you were just like, hey Max, thanks for the follow. What made you decide to follow me? Let's try that. Hey Max, exclamation mark. Thanks for the follow, comma. What brought you here? Smiley face.
Okay.
Got to change it up, bro.
Yeah.
Again, this is a game of experimentation. If your opener isn't working, change it up. Try a different opener. Do it for a few days. If that doesn't work, change it up. Go to ChatGPT and say, give me 10 different ways I can start a conversation that are friendly, engaging, and not invasive. I would almost argue that, like, if you're like, hey, like, thanks for the follow, love the vacation photo in Bali. How long did you go for? They're like, this guy needs me. He wants to sell my shit.
Okay.
Like, you'll get a higher ROI out of spending more time doing live streams and posting social proofs than you will out of like pulling your teeth, pulling your hair because these people aren't replying to you.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I guess I didn't even really think about it asking about like vacations and shit that's invasive. So I appreciate you saying that. I went to ChatGPT this morning and asked for openers and I tried it today and it flopped. So I'll do a different one. So, all right.
Well, you got to keep it
Appreciate
simple.
it, bro.
Your only goal is to get them to respond.
True.
All right. Bet.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you. Zane, what's up, brother?
What's going on?
How you doing, King?
I'm great. So before I proceed, would you be so kind to look at my content today?
Depends. Have you done content mastery?
I have. So I've actually improved a lot of different things. So I'm just looking for some practical stuff to improve upon and some tweaks.
All right. All right. All right. Let's see what we got, brother. 1 sec. Guys, make sure you show up on time. Raise your hands before 30 minutes. Reminder, any hands raised after 45 minutes will not be answered. Show up on time to my calls. Raise your hands on time. Thank you. Otherwise, these calls are 3.5 hours. Zane, let's see. Zane. There we go. It's always awkward when I'm not following. I'm glad I'm following. When I do a screen share and I'm not following, I'm like, fuck. All right. Okay.
You don't have time to get toned and slim down. Here's how I do it as a father of 4, and all my clients do too. I don't have time to get into a gym, so I work out from home with dumbbells. Even at home, I get really busy cooking, cleaning, and taking care of kids. So I schedule 3 full body workouts each week. And it isn't long before my kids need anything and everything. So I focus on compound exercises like squats, presses, and rows to give me the most bang for my buck. Trust me, it really is that simple. Just make sure you're following me. Comment routine down below, and I'll send you the exact 3-day structure for you to follow, complete with sets, reps, and everything laid out for free. Listen, I need you to help me out, all right? I need you to give me some money, okay? I need you to give me like $5, like $20, something like that, because I'm in some trouble. You'll never lose the mom pooch doing this, not even if you wear ankle weight. The only way for you to really target your tummy is with strength training. So instead of just taking 30-minute walks 5 days a week, switch 2 to 3 of those walks out for strength training instead. Start out small and increase the sets, reps, and even weight as you go to make the exercises more challenging. Focus on exercises like squats for your lower body and presses for your upper body. The muscle that you build is what melts the mom pooch, leaves you looking toned, and lets your clothes fit the way you actually want them to. Now go share this with your...
Shy. That's Lily, also, by the way.
Lily.
And this.
You wouldn't give your kids iced coffee for breakfast, so why are you still drinking it?
So I'm going to see. I want to see the videos that are performing. First things first, your energy is great. Like 10 out of 10. I love the energy in the video. I almost think that we need, this looks professional. I like this.
Cooking with Kaya, 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 cooking with Kaya.
I love the comments. I was like, bullshit.
Those do really well. I need to sprinkle them back in.
Yes, those are fucking very well. The only feedback that I have is that it doesn't, I know why you're changing scenes the way that you are, but who's your avatar? Working moms, 30 plus, is 15 pounds of baby weight in 3 hours a week without starving. I'm wondering if we can set up an area in your house that we use for filming, because this to me it almost looks too unprofessional.
Okay. Yeah.
It doesn't look 100% professional. So here's one thing I like about your content. I like that your kids are in your content a lot. I think that for me is like huge for the moms. I think that
Kenny gave me that tip. Yeah. So I started doing, yeah, some of those more recent ones, I put them in there more. And I think it's done a lot better.
I also think that like one thing that I am very curious about, and maybe selfishly for me, but also I think your audience would fuck with. Are you a single dad? Have
I am.
you talked about that on your social media?
A little bit, like more so in not in the reels, but like my regular posts. So it's more like written.
Can we do a reel like this, where you're talking about what you're talking about your
Ooh.
journey being a single dad
Yeah, that's a great idea.
and like your love, like whatever the story is. And again, it's not my story; it's your story. Just make it
Yeah.
always showing love, but like you're telling your story for what it is. Because like I'm sure that people are wondering like why you got 4 kids. Because I am.
Yeah,
I want to know. You know.
for sure.
So there's
Okay.
the value content is there, bro. Like the value content's there. I think if you keep going with this energy, it's gonna break through. I also love these, like this type of stuff. Do this more. When
Cool.
one of these videos goes turbo, that's gonna bring a fuckload of parents to your page. They start seeing this stuff.
Yeah, I've been looking for basically like parent humor and then working that in there too.
One thing I will say is that I feel like your videos are too long and drawn out. So,
Okay.
as an example, like if we go,
You don't have time to get toned and slim down. Here's how I do it as a father of 4, and all my clients do too. I don't have time to get into a gym, so I work out from home with dumbbells. Even at home, I get really busy cooking, cleaning, and taking care of kids.
so it's like what you're doing is you're trying to speak to your avatar, but I think in speaking to your avatar, you're drawing the video out way longer than it needs to be, and you're causing people to be disinterested.
Okay.
But you got them here.
Don't tell me you don't have time to get toned and slim down. Here's how I do it.
Okay.
So, and then that got them, right? So you don't need to continue hitting them with language that they use throughout the video because you already got them,
Perfect.
right? So like an
Okay.
example, watch this.
Don't tell me you don't have time to get toned and slim down. Here's how I do it as a father of 4,
Here's how I do as a father of 4. That's the end of that line.
and all my clients do.
And all my clients do too. Too much.
I don't have time to get into a gym, so I work out from home with dumbbells.
Perfect.
Even at home, I get really busy cooking, cleaning,
Not needed to be there.
and taking care of kids. So I scheduled 3 full
So like dumbbells, it would have transitioned to 3 full body workouts.
body workouts each week. And it isn't long before my kids need anything and everything. So I focus on compound exercises like squats, presses, and rows to give me
I think you could have taken out the kids part. I think you could have say I focus on things like squats, compounds, and rows.
the most bang for my buck. Trust me, it really is that simple. Just make sure you're following me. Comment routine down below, and I'll send you the exact 3-day structure
You could have taken out it really is that simple.
for you to follow, complete with sets, reps, and
Rest of the video is good, but you need to tighten up your scripts.
Cool. Okay.
Cool.
Perfect. That was super helpful.
Zane, I want to recognize you being a single dad of 4.
I appreciate you, man.
That's intense as fuck.
I
It's like
really appreciate you. Yeah, this has been
for putting in the fucking
huge.
work, showing up every single day, growing your business while having 4 kids. I respect that a lot.
I appreciate that, man.
I appreciate you. I will get to shake your hand in person one day.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's on the vision board.
My man. Is there anything else I can do for you?
That's it, man. I appreciate it.
Keep it up, bro. I believe in you.
Yes, sir.
Peace. Victor Silva. What's up, brother?
The B, how you doing?
Best day of my life, King. How you doing?
Same, can't complain. So I had 2 questions, kind of correlated, having to do with like coaching calls. So I'm wondering how to use like besides ChatGPT, or maybe it's just that like come up with so many coaching call ideas, or like even like, I look at Trent and his podcast, all these different topics of like they're all great. And I'm like, how do you think of that stuff? So is it like the same idea as like not stealing, but like getting inspiration from other people, ChatGPT, so that how to formulate ideas or, content ideas for coaching calls, but also following a script. What do your notes look like when you do a podcast or when you do a coaching call? Because right now I'm following like a script, but I kind of want to like move away from that. I want to like be able to speak more freely, if that makes sense.
So 2 things. One, the script is like the training wheels on coaching calls. You need to have it to get started, to get yourself into momentum. But now if you're feeling like you want to get rid of the script, all you got to do is stop the script. Right?
Right. No, yeah, for sure.
Right?
No,
So
for
like,
sure.
you just got to take the training wheels off. So that's like I'll tell you the structure that I follow in my head because it's the same structure I taught you guys for 4-day challenge live streams. Have you done the 4-day challenge yet?
Yeah.
That's the same structure I use for my podcast. So if you like, when I'm following the structure in my head, it's introduction, go over 3 consequences of not taking action, 3 consequences of not listening, go over 3 benefits of tuning into the information I'm about to give you. I tell a personal story about the information, then I give the information. So it's the exact same formula that I gave you guys for the 40-day challenge live streams. So that's the structure I do in my head. Now, how do I come up with so many content ideas? I'll tell you what I did when I first got started, because I think that's kind of like I'll tell you what I did when I first got started, then I'll tell you what I do now. When I first got started, I pre-planned 30 to 50 coaching calls or 30 to 50 podcasts. So I knew what my first 50 podcasts were going to be, right? As I kept going, what I did, bro, is I just listen to my clients. That's all I do. I listen to my clients. That's how I come up with all my ideas for coaching calls. So if my clients are like, we need more stuff around DMs, we do more DM trainings. My clients are like, I'm really struggling with my mindset in the morning. We do more mindset trainings. I just listen to you guys. And so all the coaching call calendars are built specifically off of what we're hearing in the community, what we're seeing in the community, what the common trends are in the community. And we just build the coaching calls based off of that. Now I'm going to take that to the next level, and I'll tell you how to even go further with that. Is like, you can actually have your clients on calls with you. And so you could interview one of your clients on a coaching call, a client that's lost 20 pounds, 30 pounds, whatever, is in the best shape of their life. They're literally the happiest they've ever been. You just do an interview with them about some of the stuff that they've done. That's how you can add extra value to your coaching calls, which is why you guys will see some of our clients come in and do coaching calls for you guys, because they're crushing it. And so we want to extract their secrets so we can give them back to the community. So I listen to my clients. Another thing I do for my coaching calls, Victor, is like, I'm very committed to my own personal development journey. And so as I'm studying, as I'm learning, as I'm reading books, as I'm reading, like doing my hypnosis, and I have a breakthrough, I just share it with you. And so I'm like also very vulnerable with my own story. And I'm like, you guys pretty much know everything that's going on in my life. You guys know about the gym. You guys know about the lockdown. You guys know everything, right? And so I share personal aspects of my story as well, which helps, my community, because people, they're connected to my story. The last thing I'll say is I will teach things that I know are going to be valuable based off of my knowledge as a coach. So, if again, I come across something, I stumble across a new way to go viral on Instagram, I'm going to do a podcast about that because I know everyone's going to get value from it. Is that helpful?
Right.
Make sense?
No, for sure. And then going back to the notes and scripting and everything. So do you have like certain notes that you jot down just to kind of keep your mind on track, or do you just go straight off the top?
I did. I used to. I try not to anymore. So I'll tell you how I evolved. So this is like the evolution. Step number 1, everything was scripted. So like literally the entire podcast, I wouldn't do a podcast until I wrote it. And I got more confident. And as I got more confident, I started writing bullet points so that I made sure that I stayed on track through the podcast. And then as I got more confident, like I'm super confident now, like I just turn on the fucking, like all of the mentorship Mondays that you guys tune into every Monday, straight off the cuff. I think about it in advance. Like I think about what I want to say, and I have some image in terms of like what I want to create and what I want to share. But once I have the core message, I just go off the cuff. So if you just went from scripting, the next level of that is just to have bullet point notes.
Right.
And once you're confident with bullet point notes, then just show up and be like, what's up? I'm Victor.
Cool. Okay. That's what I thought. Awesome. Appreciate you, B.
Cool. Is that everything?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, bro. Good to see you. Congratulations on all your recent success. I've been keeping up with it. Keep it up, bro.
Thank you.
Peace. Mr. Nick, what's up, brother? Okay.
How we doing?
Pause. Click on the 3 little dots by your name.
Where we at? The hell's my name?
So it's the 3 little dots. Do you see that mute button right here?
Dude, this is what I was doing. Don't even get me going with this,
No,
man.
I'm getting you going. I'm gonna fucking teach you. Okay.
Okay.
So go up to the palm tree. Go up to the top of the palm tree.
All right, we're at the palm tree. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even see this.
3 little dots.
What are we doing?
Choose, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to adjust background and effects.
Holy, you just saved
and then none. You go blur.
I like blur.
Blur. There you go. Fucking done.
Blur. Holy shit. Thank you, man. I was trying to get it.
We're not doing this again. Okay. You don't even want to be in the fucking palm trees.
I don't even want to be in the palm trees. I've been in the beach for years now, right? Yeah, dude. I've been in here. It's cold as hell in Pittsburgh. It was giving me something. I didn't know how to fix it. I didn't know how to do it. So, all right, perfect. Now this is new me. All right, here we are. We're back. So that's why we come here, right? We learn. You teach me how to use Zoom. This is crazy. All right. So a couple questions for you. So I've been thinking, well, actually kind of a similar question about the content in like ideation going forward in regards to like seasonal aspects. So I've been thinking about breaking down my content calendar in months and just kind of going on different themes for that particular month, just to kind of get me making something just to kind of like have me on track. What are your thoughts on that?
I like it if it keeps you on track.
Okay. If it keeps you on track.
Well, like listen, this is all a game of staying inspired. So if that keeps you inspired, then fucking do it. You do you, boo.
That's not how you do it. Your content calendars or anything like that. You don't have like I want to go over this for like January, and then February I want to talk a little bit more about sales, or is it just like kind of ideation, do your hour and script and be like, boom, that's what it is.
You don't want to get inside of my brain, bro. I'm a fucking nut job. All I do is I fly by the seat of my ass. Like I fly by. I'm also gonna be vulnerable with you guys. I've been feeling like fucking stale with my content inspiration as well, which is why like part of this shit is like just being disciplined on those days where like you were like do not want to fucking do research and you're bored as fuck and you're looking at content and you're like fucking take me now, right? Sometimes you just gotta sit through it and just do it. But in terms of the inspiration on a month-to-month basis, like I'll be completely transparent. I have a marketing director that tells me like, hey, we have Valentine's Day coming up. So like that might help. But overall, like I'm just creating content week to week based off of what I see popping right now on social media.
Based upon what you see popping and like what's kind of like going on, because there's every once in a while you'll see the whiteboards, you'll see people pulling stuff off, and then it's like, because I've never really done that, and I don't think that's really me or what I want to do. But if it works, it works. And so, because I think that's where I think I'm getting kind of stale doing my home workouts and my loop, and I want to do some different stuff. And the only reason I really say that is because I'm starting to feel like an injury. And I don't know if that's something that maybe you've heard is like people that have done different types of like workout stuff. You're always in the gym doing things. Maybe you're focused on the workout essentially or the video and not the and just kind of switching it up. So I think like that's okay.
Now, I also, so like, here's another way to view it, Nick, is I'll see a whiteboard video and I'll take the concept and I'll just talk about it. So it's like an example is like this, like if I show you, like you don't have to just stay in a box. Like if you get an idea that you think is good, like this
one right here is our most expensive option. So Nick, this right here is our premium option.
Like there's a
Why are you
whiteboard.
talking to me?
Yeah, there's a whiteboard video online that literally says, I'm talking to myself. Do you say who you're talking to?
You said Nick, and that's every time I see those videos, and I think that's probably why I even got sold onto your program because I was like, damn, this dude's calling me out, like, and I was like,
no, but like,
damn, he really is like shit.
This was on a whiteboard video.
This one right here is our most expensive option. So Nick, this right here is our premium option.
So that was literally like, don't say this, say this, don't say this, say this. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna fucking steal that and do a fucking talking back and forth video. So like when you're doing content, you're not just like, oh, I'm going to steal this exact idea, this exact thing. It's like, oh, that's a good concept. I'm going to take that. I'm going to deliver it in a different way.
100%. And going into, like, I guess after the New Year's, when do you plan on doing, because I tried doing a challenge and I did it kind of sporadically just to kind of see if I'd get anybody who was like, really like, let's go. I really didn't get as much hands raised as I wanted to. Is there anything that you would recommend kind of going through this? I mean, it's only the 8th, and I know more or less people are kind of just like what I've seen from my clients are like kind of using Monday as like a way to kind of get themselves going for the new year. Is there like a master class? Should I do a 4-day challenge or a 5-day challenge? Anything that you would recommend kind of like, hey, if you haven't started yourself, like I'm trying to like ideate some things just to kind of get some, because I feel like I got a lot of cold leads right now and I need to warm them up.
Mm-hmm. So I think that they're doing something around the lines of like mid-January. You could do something like if you haven't gotten started yet, like this is how you get started in 2025. Like you missed the new year, but you can still get started if you come to this masterclass. I'm going to give you the exact blueprint for you to get your fitness journey started, step by step, training, nutrition, accountability, all of it. If you want the blueprint, come to the masterclass. This is called the Get Started Masterclass.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Or you could do a 4-day challenge or a 14-day challenge. And it's like, which one you do, it is irrelevant. If you have the data from which ones I've converted the most, I would just go based off of whichever one has converted the most in the past.
Okay. Yeah, because I find that when I do paid challenges, it doesn't work. And if I do the 4-day challenges, people actually show up and they're there every day. And so I'm just like, maybe just kind of go down that road. Okay. And another question, when you start we had a call with Janelle yesterday and she was showing me like a little bit of her Facebook group to get like how she kind of runs hers and like what's included and all that stuff. I know we talked a little bit about a broadcast channel I was trying to run, and it was like more of an experimental thing, and I've been kind of adding some stuff in there. Is there anybody in your in like the higher levels that are using a broadcast channel effectively, and is there anything that I can do to add? Because I'm in my broadcast channel, like I'm doing probably more than I probably should, but I'm like, is there like should I be treating that like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like I should be doing it kind of like a Facebook group as well?
I don't know.
Okay.
And I also don't have anyone at the higher level that's doing it.
Okay.
I want you to repeat after me. I believe in myself.
I believe in myself.
Because that's a good fucking idea. So if you think you should build a schedule for it, do it. I don't fucking know. I don't use it.
Okay.
Like it sounds like a good idea to me. If you're getting leads from it, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
So
because I have people clicking buttons and they're in there and they're voting in polls and I'm
Yes.
dropping stuff in there and they're having a good old but there's no way for me to comment and talk to them.
Figure it out.
Right. All right. All right. Yeah, we can figure that out.
I don't have anyone at the higher level that's doing it. But like I think that's such a cool opportunity.
Yeah, because
whenever somebody ventures into the unknown, I'm like, that's fucking awesome. I don't know how to do that, but like fucking you do. So,
I mean, I'm deep in the broadcast channel. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay.
So be the best person in the broadcast channel. That's you.
That's what I'm doing, right? Like that's what I'm trying. That's like kind of like what I've been trying to do is like be the not just being like, hey, here's my reel, like my video, what's up,
fam? I know. That's why I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Because like I'm in there like, hey, like what's going on? Like, and I'm actually trying to like, here's a pit,
I think it's a great idea.
Okay. Awesome. That's really all I have. It's just I didn't know if you had anybody doing that. So appreciate you.
Honestly, I will tell you, okay. The most successful students in the program are innovators. So fucking you do you, boo. Keep it up.
All right. Let you know what happens.
My man. I see you. Also, Nick, you're a G. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. And Nick, hey, I'm glad you got away from the palm trees. That's the last thing. All right, we're good. Kettlebell coach, what's up?
What's up, player?
Oh, fucking living the dream. LTD, bruh. Tell me some wins. Give me some fucking goodies.
Right. So check this out. I waited 1 hour just to say this. I live in fucking abundance. I'm the fucking one. 4 new clients started this week. I sold one yesterday. I'm about to sell a new one after this call. That's it. That's all I got, bro. All I got is gratitude.
Dude, I love it. That's why you came. You got to fucking get that reciprocal energy. I received that. I see you.
And Happy New Year.
Hey, congratulations, King. I'm fucking proud of you. What are you at for the month so far?
Man, right now I'm at 2K. I did 6 last month, 15 the month before that, but now I'm just working on reoccurring. Just reoccurring, and I'm selling finally my new price. Got my first 2 people on that. So that's fuck yeah, like I am worth it. So let's fucking go.
Love hearing that, brother. Congratulations on all your success. I'm proud of you. I'm cheering for you every day.
Peace.
Kettlebell King, everybody. The Kettlebell King. What's up, Coach Mel? How you doing?
I'm doing fucking awesome. How are you doing?
Glowing. Every time I see you, you're just glowing more and more.
Thank you. I guess prep is making me glow. So these are kind of low-level questions, but the first one is my content is dipping a little bit, but I think everybody's kind of is right now, but I typically get like 25 to 40 followers a day organically. I haven't really been boosting posts, running ads. I've been fighting with Meta for a month. They suspended my ad account. And they shouldn't have, but anyway, I've been fighting with them for a month. It's because my PayPal email address was different than my ad account email address. So anyway, today I lost 20 followers, which I don't get caught up in followers. And I know like losing 20 followers doesn't bother me. But I'm just curious because I did a video like Curses with Haley, like asking my daughter tough questions. And it's the first time I've done a video like that. And I'm curious because I always see like plus signs for the last probably 6 months in followers.
Mm-hmm.
But today was the first time that I didn't. And I'm curious if you think it's that video and should I test it and do some more or should I not even pay attention to it?
Let's see.
So, what is your favorite thing about me and your least favorite thing?
I would say my favorite thing about you is your work ethic and how dedicated you are to your business. It's really inspiring. But my least favorite thing about you is how much you work. So those really kind of contradict each other. But
okay, well, I get that. But aside from the business, what is your favorite thing about me?
No matter how somebody treats you or does you wrong, if they called you at 3 a.m., you'd pick up and do whatever they needed for you. Like you don't hold grudges and you do hold grudges, but not for like a long period of time. Sometimes it's annoying, but then eventually you would do anything for anybody, even if they did you wrong several times.
I think that's true, and I appreciate that. I think I probably hold grudges longer with you than anyone else.
Yeah.
Well, no, maybe your father contends with that
Yeah,
too.
just me and Dad.
So,
I see. Do I think you should do that content style again? I think that maybe that was it, but I don't like people are finicky. All right. Like Mel, I lose followers every time I post a photo. So like I'll go like we went to fucking this. I did my recap. Whenever I post a photo, I lose like 300 followers. It's fucking
I
stupid.
love that photo.
So did I. But apparently people think it's stupid. I like the video style. Can I give you a suggestion on how to flip it? What if you
Yeah.
did video style and you said, how many kids do you have?
2.
What if you were like telling my kids all my favorite things about them?
That's what I was going to do next. That's exactly what I was going to do. I was going to flip it and do the same thing to her.
I would
My
pretend.
other daughter is in Florida, but
oh, damn. You can still call her though.
yeah.
Oh, and you like, they don't know you're recording and you're just like, you could pretend they don't know you're recording. And you like it could say like surprising my kids with my favorite thing about them or like surprising my kids, ... And then you just call them and you're like, hey, and then she's like, hey, what's up? Like, I needed to call you and tell you something really important. And they're like, what? And you're like, I just wanted you to know that you're the most beautiful, talented, smart daughter ever. I'm so proud of you. You work so hard every single day. And I'm so grateful that you're my daughter.
Yeah, I love that. I think like I've been trying to kind of get away from not just doing like, health and fitness content. But then I was like, shit, do my people just want to see that when I posted that video and I saw that dip?
Maybe. I'll be honest, like maybe. Like when I post stuff with like there was a reel that I posted with Kirsten. And it was like, I'm see which one it was. I think it was this one. Because I posted a video with me and Kirsten just doing stupid stuff. I found it. I'm going to show you the comment exactly. I'll show you exactly. So this is me and Kirsten just fucking around, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then this guy commented, I literally followed you and unfollowed you in the same day because of this video. And then I said, and you replied on my video. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you want me to talk about. Like, this is like too fucking bad. I'm not going to make a decision on what I'm going to post based on your opinion of me. Go fuck yourself. That's how I feel about that.
Like I did a video of me scaring my sister in the kitchen and she had just came into my house and opened my refrigerator the second she walked in my house and I was hiding and I scared her. And that video, like when that had a lot of views. So I was like, okay, maybe I could do some different things. But I think it was really funny. People want to be entertained. Maybe they're not entertained by that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Maybe it's not, maybe they're not entertained by that because it's the pace of the video is slow. So maybe you cut out the in between, like the and you literally could have cut to like, what's your favorite thing about me and what do you like about me least? And then
I was going to do that, and then I was like, but then it's not like authentic. I wanted it to be like an authentic conversation, but I think you're right. I think it was just too slow. But
people are finicky on social media. They're finicky fuckers.
Yeah. My next question is, so I am 13 weeks out and it's already getting challenging with time management. So, with cardio increasing, posing practice increasing, all of that, I'm struggling. So I'm curious, like, I know you've gone through it. So what is your best advice as I'm, waking up in the morning, doing my morning routine, getting my non-negotiables done. But like right now with the 6-week challenge, I'm trying to fill their cup and, pour into them. I'm trying to do all the things I need to do for my competition. I'm trying to take care of my current clients, and it's a lot.
Mm-hmm. So next 13 weeks are identify the absolute must-dos in your business and understand that like the business is not going to grow like this for the next 13 weeks. You got to know that in advance. And your goal is to fucking stay consistent for the next 13 weeks because you just don't have the energy. Like I understand that because when I did a prep, I literally was like, I can't do any of it. And so I'm like, what are the most important tasks? Most important tasks, pod chats, convos would be mentorship Mondays. Always did those. I posted twice a day on social media. Other than that, I was like very disinvolved. So you got to identify what's the most important and understand that you're not in a growth season right now. You're in a maintenance season and be okay with doing less so that you can focus on your show. Otherwise, you'll overwhelm yourself and you'll burn out.
Yeah, that's so hard because I want to be in a growth season.
But
I'm feeling a lot of momentum in my business. So, you know,
here's the cool thing is that sometimes when you take a step back, your business just fucking.
right.
So like number one priority, Mel, is fill your own cup up and chase your goals, because when you chase your goals and you start sharing that with the world, you're going to have a higher level version of you on social media, and that's going to be more magnetic in the first place. And then you'll have to do less work to get the same amount of results.
Yeah, makes sense. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Come first. You look great, Mel. Keep it up. I see you.
Thank you.
Jason Kane, Gain with Kane, the booty specialist.
What's good, man?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I appreciate you. So I really only have one question. During Black Friday and so, I went and I sold some VIP packages, which I've never done before. So those went well. But it's coming up, and I'm about to have a half day with some of my clients, and I just wanted to ask for some advice, some structure on how I can maximize it. So the way that I pitched it was, we're gonna go over, like, we're gonna do your in-person training session. We'll go over things that are like working really great or how to improve your workout. We went over like that. We're going to go over goal settings and kind of plans for the new year, and then some nutrition. Now, I didn't say specifically what, like as in if we go to the grocery store, if we just meal prep. I'm thinking meal prep prior, and then like I just kind of talk her through some principles. But that's the agenda I have in my head. I just wanted to ask for some advice on structuring the day so I get the most out of it.
How many hours are you with the client?
4 to 5.
Okay. Is it 4 or 5?
I even haven't even said. Truthfully, I haven't even said. Yeah,
hard to fucking plan the day when you don't have the fucking day plan.
Well, I do have the flight. I mean, I'm coming home literally the same day on this, so I'm flying there. So minimum, I'm flying there. Yeah.
Oh shit! How much do you charge for this?
$7K.
Oh, my fucking guy. All right. Okay, so if you're flying there, you may as well fucking milk it.
Exactly.
5 hours. May as well.
All right.
So here's what I would do if I had the half day with my client that was 5 hours long. First things first is you are a fitness coach. So the first thing I would do is go for a workout. Go for a workout and take them through some insert person stuff, help them with their form, help them with their mobility, help them with their stretching, blah, blah, blah. Like give them as much value as you possibly can. That's probably going to take you 90 minutes. From the 90-minute session, after that, I would take them out for lunch. I would do my research in advance, find a good lunch spot that has healthy food where I could sit them down, have lunch. I would just chat with them about their life, their goals, their fitness journey, etc. Thing after that, I would do probably an hour and a half to 2.5 hours, or you could. So there's two different options here. Number one, you could just do a training session with them. So if you did a training session with them, what I would do is I would bring a whiteboard or bring a notepad or whatever, and I would help them framework through health, wealth, relationships, and self goals. So I would help them set goals for the entire year. Because if you can help them create a game plan for the entire year, and then you spend that 5-hour session making sure that they leave with an action plan for the rest of the year, that's going to be incredibly fucking valuable. So I would probably do a goal setting session, and I would teach them about health goals, wealth goals, relationship, and self goals. If you wanted to take it to the next level, you could help them build a vision board. So you could literally go out with them, grab the stuff, get a vision board, start building the vision board with them, and then that's the end of the session. But workout, lunch, training session. And if you wanted to sub out the training session with something different, you could do like, we go to the grocery, because again, you're a fitness coach, so this could work. You go to the grocery store with them and pick out, like, you do all of your, like, these are all of my like hacks for grocery shopping. And then you could actually meal prep with them, which again, might take you an hour and a half, 2 hours, but then they prep all their meals with it. But like talking out loud about all that, I probably think the more valuable thing would be helping them sit down and set health, wealth, relationships, and self goals, and helping them like really set some clear goals, clearly defined goals for the rest of the year.
Okay. And I mean, when you're doing that, obviously you're sitting down and you're treating it like a sales call, right? As in the sense of you're asking a bunch of questions. You're just kind of really digging deep so that we can really dig in some pains, also really get clear, super, super clear on goals. So like she feels like, holy shit, like I'm fucking pumped, right? Like that's the end goal for it.
Yes. And then like and then she should leave with like some sort of framework. So she should leave with something tangible. So you help her set the goals, and then she should leave with something tangible. So maybe she leaves with like once you get all the goals on paper, then she spends 20 minutes writing her vision based off of the stuff that you guys have covered in the session. Then once she writes her vision, you make a shorter version of that. She writes it into like a 90-second video, and then you're with her, helping her film her first vision video. Then by the time you leave, she's got a vision video that she can listen to every single day so that she's reminded of all the goals and the dreams that she'd like to achieve.
Okay. Got you. Cool. So I want to recap so I make sure I have it right. So overall, first things first, we're going to do a workout. We'll make that super, super valuable. Then have a lunch, right? We just kind of talk. We can kind of hint on some goals, but just kind of, I think just chop it up. And then from there,
get to know her.
Yeah, get to know her. Yeah, that's my plan when it comes to that. And then the goal setting session is going to be the big portion of it. Because yeah, she's been my client for a while, so she knows like the basics when it comes to nutrition. So just the goal setting is going to be huge, and to make sure that she overall leaves with something tangible, like a vision video, maybe a vision board, just kind of really having it clear and she can remind herself daily.
Yep.
Right?
100%. Yep.
Cool. That's it.
Hey, bro. I appreciate you. Good job. Much love. Peace. Sammy, what's up?
Brian, I was about to say, I was about to say how are you, but I'm like, don't say it. Don't need to every time. Sorry.
If I said what? What did I do?
I was about to say how are you, just like as it naturally comes out every time, and I'm like, shh, don't need to say it every single time. It's fine. Anyways, I'm like, yeah. So win for the week. Last night got a paid in full, which was sick. That was a really nice way to start the year off. So that was fun. And then I've got a couple of renewals this month. They've already told me they're going to do it. It's just like at the end of the month. So I feel like this is going to be a really fucking good month, which I'm excited about.
Love that.
Pushing for 15. That's the goal. Anyways, my question is, so I need your advice on a nicer way in the DMs to say when people say, I'm waiting for motivation, or, oh, I just struggle with my motivation. That's why I don't do anything, or I'm trying to get started, but I have no motivation. And I really just want to write back to them like, can you just fuck off motivation? Just do it. Like, you don't need to be motivated to do the work. Just if you have goals that you want to achieve, you just do it. You don't need motivation. Like, 'cause that's how I really feel. Like, it really like I just get really frustrated hearing it all the time, because I'm like, you're just letting your excuses get in the way. Like, just why are you not doing the work? Motivation is just a cop out word. But I don't also want to come off as like a total bitch, and it's like they're cold. I can't just like say that as I could to potentially a client. So I'm like, how do I approach that situation?
Why can't you say that?
Can I? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm scared to piss people off, I guess.
So if you're looking for a way to dress it up, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. How could it be constructive so that it's
can,
not
be
me
like,
just shitting them on them?
can I be honest with you? They give you permission to be honest. You'd be like, I don't believe in motivation.
Oh, okay.
And they'll be like, what do you mean? Like, I don't believe in motivation. I believe that if you have a goal that's important to you, you do the work. Otherwise, you make an excuse.
So simple.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I also like, dude, like I'm a lot more direct than that. But again, you might not be that direct, and that's fine. Cole's a lot more direct than I am.
Yeah.
Cole go on a fucking live stream and he'd be like, fuck your excuses. You're a fucking pussy. Stop fucking around, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not going to do that. But if somebody's in my DMs and they're like, yeah, I haven't started my business because I'm just not motivated, I'll be like, oh, it sounds like you don't care about your goals. I'll be like, what? I'll be like, what? You know, like that's like I'm more direct than that. Like, you might not be that direct. So if you're not that direct, a way that you could ease it would be, can I be honest with you? And they're like, yeah, sure. You're like, I don't believe in motivation. And they'll be like, what?
I like that.
Like, what? I'd be like, yeah, I believe if you've got a goal that's important to you, you do it. And if you don't, you make an excuse.
Yeah. It's funny you asked about being direct or not. Is like, I am and I would like to be, but I feel like and you're probably going to like tell me to shut up on this one, but I feel like as a young looking female who doesn't have a huge, I knew you were going to.
Sorry, I can't hear you. None of what you were saying made any sense. So I just stopped you from talking. We don't accept those limitations here. Not on my coaching calls. As a fucking woman that's leading a company of 50 plus females that has a business that does $15,000 a month, you say whatever the fuck you want. All right, continue.
I knew that was going to happen as soon as I thought it, but I was like, I have to say it out loud. But yes. Okay, so
did you come to my Monday mentorship call this week?
I listened to it. Yes, it's at like 2 a.m. So
That's good. But you know how like I talked about the metaphor of like sometimes self-doubt gives you a call and you just got to ignore the call. That's one of those like that limiting belief is creeping in, being like, oh, I did it, and then we're not doing that. Not today. Okay, I'm gonna fucking say what I need to say.
Yeah. Okay. That makes me feel a lot better because it's.
Or you just nurture the client, you pat them on the back, you're like, hey, it's okay, you'll be okay, and then you convince them to get on a call because you're a fucking sweet ninja, and then they get on the call and then they get into your program and they're like, yeah, I struggle with motivation.
Yeah.
I'd rather you not like me on the front end, to be honest.
Yeah, I like the more direct approach.
Yeah, you're not gonna like me as a coach if you don't like me on the front end.
Yeah, very fair. I guess it like really like it. I saw one message particular today, and I was talking with Kenny a lot about it yesterday because I'm going to do some reels about it and talk about my story as well, being like, if I relied on motivation, I literally would be like dead from being super unwell. And So I just said, fuck it, I'm not going to let that bit live my life. Same as you, same as everyone else who's had big life transformations. So I'm going to do some talking reels on that as well. So I will dive into, I think I just need to get more confident with being a bit more direct and be like, fuck motivation, and channel my inner Cole a little bit, because that topic just really, really grinds my gears.
I will also let you know that as soon as you start going on social media and you're like, if you struggle with motivation, you sound like everybody else. So you need to find a way to deliver it that's unique. Like,
Yes, I've been trying to workshop
an
that.
example is like when I start my video and I'm like, I'm not motivated to work on my business. I'm like, you sound like a fucking dork, right? That's my unique way of getting that message across in a way that actually breaks through the noise, because every fucking coach on the planet is like, if you struggle with motivation, right? So like, you got to find a unique way to break the noise. Maybe you dress up as a character, and maybe it's unmotivated Sammy that's like, yeah, I can't go to the gym today because I'm feeling super unmotivated. And you're like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And Sammy's like, oh, so rude. And you're like, you can't just rely on motivation, because if I just relied on motivation, I would still be in the hospital bed. Like, there's some things that you need to do every single day in order to be successful. And sometimes you're not going to feel like doing it. So Sammy, get up and go to the gym. And she's like, oh, fine, but you're so rude. Right. So like, that's the way to deliver the same information. So like, I just want to make sure that you don't blend in with the sea of online coaches that are all saying the same thing.
Yeah, I could do it in that method. I've done a fair few videos where there's like me talking to me. I've done that a lot. So I might do that. And I've been trying to workshop that since talking with Kenny about it yesterday on different strategies to do it.
You could literally use almost the exact same verbiage that the client used in the DMs. That's what I do.
Yeah, just literally copy and paste.
Somebody says some stupid shit to me. I literally am like, I'm doing a video about that.
Yeah, I have thought about that. I get a lot of really dumb ones lately, which especially because my social media is growing, so I'm getting in a lot more DMs, so there's a lot more dumb stuff coming in. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm trying not to get frustrated. I'm getting very frustrated in the DM sometimes, listening to how poorly misunderstood everything is, and it makes me be like, fuck, like I have so many people who just need help, but it gets a bit overwhelming.
Why you need to grow?
Yes. But then sometimes I just want to reply to them and be like, look, can we just cut to the chase? Join my program. You need to do it. Like, you're fucking around. But it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Not yet.
Oh, yeah.
You get it? Okay. That makes me feel a lot better that it is okay to be direct, more direct. But I like the can I be honest with you approach first. Maybe I'll start there and build up. Sweet. All right. Thank you for that, as always.
I hope you have the best day of your entire life. Great to see you.
Thank you. Bye.
Sammy. And Ari Plasman just needs to take a break from his set at the gym, because I guarantee you he's lifting weights and getting juicy. Ari, you're up, brother. Yeah, see? I fucking told you guys.
Well, I just left the gym, actually.
Hi, brother.
I'm good, man. How are you?
Best day of my life.
That's it. So, wins. So I've signed 4 clients so far this week, 2 PIFs, 2 month, 3 more calls booked, 1 more today, which is amazing. And we've been getting a lot of more inbounds of people just reaching out, which never happens for us. So yay.
The content strategy and shit's popping now. I love that.
That's right. Now, question. So now we are getting a lot more clients. But what we do is quite very personalized, because we are in the hormone space, PCOS. So with meal planning, it takes a lot of time. So we have someone helping us but it's just getting so many people now, getting new millions every week is overwhelming. So I'm trying to find out, is there any other way I can streamline that process, make it a bit easier to do? Any tips?
So the thing there's I can give you some overarching ideas, but also I'm going to speak directly to you in a second. The overarching idea is that identify how much time it takes to do one meal plan, and then the goal is to shrink the amount of time that you do that meal plan by 10 minutes. So if it takes 30 minutes, your goal is to get it done in 20. So that's an overarching theme that you can use to optimize the time. However, I remember when I was an online fitness coach, I had clients that had PCOS. I had clients that had specific issues, and their meal plans would always take an extra fucking 20, 30 minutes, because you had to be very specific with what food very, very, very specific. So based off of that, my solution is number 1, to optimize area. But number 2, if you guys are in a growth phase, I think you and Steph might want to entertain hiring somebody else to help you with the meal plans.
We have someone already, but she's getting overwhelmed.
That?
We have someone already, but she's getting overwhelmed because
no, I mean another person.
Another person, okay. Because I thought, like you said, like if you have a couple, yeah, you spend on more time, but it's everybody's like that. So it's like
Yeah,
it's a
so
lot.
this is the thing, right? Like you guys are in a growth phase of your business, and I'm just going to lay it out for you so that you understand like the complexity that the business can grow to.
Yeah,
Like if you sign 4 clients so far this week, Ari,
yeah, yeah,
let's say you sign 5 clients a week every week for the next 52 weeks. That's
yeah,
252 new clients coming in, right?
yeah.
A lot of clients. No, so no matter what, one person will not be able to handle that no matter how much you optimize.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
for me, the way that I think about it is, and this is more a $1 million mastermind kind of concept, but you're starting to
Yeah,
grow. So I'll teach you.
that's in my vision board to get in this year.
That's where you're growing to accidentally. So I'll tell you how to think is when you have an employee that's on your team that's getting overwhelmed, that's a sign
Yeah,
of 2 things. One, you need
yeah,
to work with that employee to help them optimize their time. Two, you need to hire somebody to help them with the workload. Because first, it's overwhelm. Second, it's burnout. Third, they quit, which is not
yeah,
because then you and Steph are doing all the fucking meal plans.
yeah.
So,
Because that's what I'm worried about. Because I think she's getting to that point. So yeah,
right. So, like, as the leader of the company, now you need to spend some one-on-one time with her, probably 30 minutes a day or an hour a
okay,
day until she's feeling better. She has a better workflow. She has a handle on it.
yeah,
Then,
okay,
and because you have Steph is actively looking for somebody to bring into the coaching business to help her with the workload so that
yeah,
this person that you're currently working with sees light at the end of the tunnel and knows that it's not always going to be like this because I'm
yeah.
assuming light's working for you. But right now,
Yes, he does.
she probably feels overwhelmed, stressed out, burnt out, and
Yeah,
she doesn't see light at the end of the tunnel because you guys keep signing clients. So she's like,
yeah,
fuck my life. I guess this is just where
yeah,
I'm at right now. So like that will work for in a certain period of time until she gets to a point where she's burnt out. Then she quits. Then you have to restart from scratch. So get ahead of it by starting to meet with her on a weekly basis, maybe
yeah,
more consistently while she's burned out. Get Steph or one of you to be able to look for the second person and then just
yeah,
build your business so that it scales. Because if you get a
yeah.
second person, then you can give the second person 10 or 15 other meal plans. Right away, her workload gets lighter. Now the second person also has room so you can start filling more clients. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. I actually have a call booked with her on Friday, so we can go over that and show her a few ways to make it a little bit easier for her. But yeah, that's what you just described is spot on. So yeah,
Cool. Also, one more thing is when you get on that call with her, Ari, don't just talk about the business. Part of leadership is talking about them. How are
yeah,
you?
how they're feeling. Yeah,
How are you? How's it going? How's your life? How's the fitness?
yeah,
How's
yeah,
your husband? What's going on? Talk to me.
yeah,
Like just talk to her as a human. And then once you talk to her as a human, maybe she might cry. She might be like, oh,
yeah.
right. Get it out. Like talk to her as a human. Then she'll be able to do the work for you for your business. So just make sure you check in with her as a person.
That's good advice. Appreciate that.
Good problems to have, brother. You're accidentally leveling up to the $1 million mastermind level. Oops.
Well, that's the goal, man. I want to get in there so bad.
I believe in you, bro. You're literally on the way right now. So the problems that you're facing right now in your business are $1 million mastermind level. So I'll see you soon.
All right, see you, buddy. Well, you
Hey,
have a
brother.
great one.
Much love. Tell Steph I say hi.
All right, peace.
Peace out. All right. Who we got next? We got Miss Jackie Reese. Guys, if you're getting value from this coaching call, drop a hell yes in the chat box. We still got a bunch of homies on the call. I love it. Love when the gangsters stay for the whole time. All right, Jackie Reese, how can I serve you today?
Hello. So my win is I have 26 people in my 4-day challenge, and I just did it in the DM. So I'm excited about that. So I do have a couple questions in regards to that, if that's okay. So my first question is, and I've totally asked you this before, so please forgive me. I just need like a reminder. Can you go over the pitch part? Like I'm on day 3, so I know we're supposed to pitch at the beginning and then day 4 at the end. So can you kind of go over like what that looks like?
You mean on the live stream or in the group?
On the live. Oh, actually both. Actually, those I have both questions, so both would be awesome.
So in the group, you're just going to do a typical like 5 guys post. So like
Okay.
come to the end of the challenge and so like post your best client transformation. I'm currently taking on 2 ladies that are interested in going from the 4-day challenge all the way to a 16-week transformation where I help you lose 10 to 15 pounds in the next 30 to 60 days or in the next 60 to 90 days. If you're interested, drop a fire emoji below or DM me transform and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help. So that's in the challenge group. That's super easy. The challenge live stream, when you're pitching on the challenge live stream, you want to get them. So you're going to give the value of the actual like live, And then once you give the value of the live, you're going to be like, so out of curiosity, who here has gotten value from this 4-day challenge and like is going to integrate some of the lessons that we talked about on today's challenge? Drop some fire in the chat box. And who here has gotten value from the community and loves being a part of this group and wants to, continue having a community like this where other ladies are supporting you and supporting your goals. So I'm getting them to commit to things that everybody can agree to, right? Everybody can challenge with fire. Everybody can agree they enjoy the community. They'd be like, who here would like to hear a little bit more about what it would be like to work with me in a more intimate setting so that we can help you lose 10 to 15 to 20 pounds so that you stay in the best shape of your life for 2025? That's you. Drop some fire in the chat box. And if you get them to drop fire in the chat box before you actually do the pitch, by the time you do the pitch, it's like kind of like the yes slider on the phone. You're getting them to say yes to you, and then you're going into the pitch. And then you're going to be like, is it cool if I tell you guys a little bit about what it would be like to work with me as a one-on-one coach for the next 16 weeks? If that's cool, say hell yes. Perfect. And then I would just talk about it. So like what we're going to do is we're going to work with you and do a similar pitch that you would do on a sales call.
Okay.
Work with you, customized for a 16-week program. We're going to work with your training, nutrition, and accountability. And our goal is to help you lose 15 to 20 pounds in 90 days. I'm going to be your one-on-one mentor. So I'm going to be checking in with you every single week, holding you accountable, making sure that you hit all of your goals in 2025. Not to mention the program does guarantee results. So if you don't lose the 15 pounds in the 90 days, I will send you every single dollar back that you paid. Now, here's how it works. All right. I've only got 2 spots available in my coaching program, and it's basically first come, first serve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to get a free strategy session with me to help you with your goals for the new year. Some of you guys might want to take action on the program. Some of you guys might not, but either way, the strategy session is free. So if you'd like to claim that, drop some fire in the chat box and we can get it all set up. Anybody that drops a fire in the chat box is somebody that's interested in a coaching session. And then I would take those people that are interested in coaching sessions and I would book them in for a sales call.
I like that a lot.
That's how I would pitch from the live stream. You want to get them to commit that they're interested in a coaching call, get them to drop a keyword that they're interested in a coaching call. Once they drop a keyword, then you can reach out and you can book the call right after the live.
Perfect. Okay, that's awesome. And would you only do 2? Because I was thinking of doing 5. You would only do 2?
2 is just a number that I was using to give you scarcity and urgency, but you can use whatever number you want.
Okay, got it. And then with the email, like I've been emailing them too. So I was thinking of sending like an email with it because, everybody has different preferences. So
you 100% are correct. So you should email all of them at the end of the challenge. You can be like, hey, I'm currently taking on 2 ladies I'm currently taking on 2 ladies who want to lose 10 to 15 pounds in the next 60 to 90 days that have gotten amazing results in the 4-day challenge and want to continue on. The strategy session is completely free. Whether or not you decide to take action, I'll help you come up with a custom game plan for your fitness goals for the new year. Tap here to claim your free strategy session, and I'll see you on the inside. And you can just send a calendar link over the email. And then I would also send out a DM to every single person that was in that challenge, and I would get them to book a call.
And what would the DM look like? That was my next question. You're like reading my mind.
Hey, Jackie, exclamation mark, just wanted to check in and see how you enjoyed the challenge, question mark.
Okay.
And then reply with the challenge is great, blah, blah, blah. And then I would send a voice note that said like, that's amazing. I'd love to, you did such an amazing job in the challenge. I would love to offer you a free 30-minute strategy session to basically help you come up with a game plan for the rest of the year. And also make sure that what we learned in the 4-day challenge isn't something that goes away. It's something that stays for life. If you'd like to claim that strategy session, just drop a hell yes in the chat box and I'll send it through.
Okay. Got it. Thank you so much. Now, if they already like on the form, if they put that they wanted to book one, what would your wording be like to those people?
You should have already booked a call with them.
I know, I fucked up. I like to do it like halfway.
I get it.
I want to like warm them up a little bit.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. So the wording is like that. It's not as relevant because you didn't take advantage of it in that moment. I'm not saying they can't be closed, but the wording isn't relevant. Like the wording is like, oh, you've also because it's like they left their number for a free strategy session. So you could say, if you wanted to, you could say also like, now it's time for your free strategy session, but they know why you're fucking reaching out to them at this point. So
I see. Yeah, because then I'm gonna pitch. So they're like, oh, we know.
They know why. Like they know why. So you can't.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I see why you do the other approach. I'm like a little softer. So I'm like, let me warm them up and then pitch. Okay.
No, and I get that. But for me, I'm like, if you left your number and you left your phone number and you voted yes, I'm gonna pitch your ass. So I'm gonna book a call while that's hot and ready. And you know that I'm gonna pitch you because I know that when you checked off yes and you left your phone number, I know that I'm gonna pitch you. So I'm just gonna go for it. Whereas like if you wait 4 days, now they know that you're going to pitch them, but now it's like 4 days have gone by. So they're like, do I really want this? I'm going to get them while they're
Okay. It's day 3, so I'll do it all today. I'll DM everyone today. Okay, this is super, super helpful. So thank you for all of that. My other question, I'm just looking at my notes. The promo, should you offer like a promo as well? Like I'm giving like a 1 free month to the first whatever amount of people you're doing, or no?
I don't think it's necessary.
Okay. And then my other question for you is I've seen carousel posts doing so much better lately. Is that like a thing on IG right now? And do you recommend like leaning into that a bit more? Because I'm not really doing them at all.
I'd recommend testing it.
Okay.
I've seen carousel posts doing well as well, and I'm going to start sprinkling them in onto my content. I don't have a definitive answer because I'm not using it right now, but I recommend testing it for sure.
What do you think about workout ones?
I love workout ones. One of my client, Abram, so this is one of my clients in the Millionaire Mastermind. He's fucking crushing it. He started reporting to the chat that he was getting a lot more engagement on his carousels than he was getting on his reels. Some of them not. There was one of his carousels that he posted that had like 5,000 comments. So this right here is just a photo of him. It's just literally, he just wrote on his Instagram stories, but this, the engagement is disgusting. So it's definitely worth testing. I don't know how effective it is because I haven't actually experimented for myself, but I can tell you that some of my best Millionaire Mastermind clients are noticing that as well, and they are experimenting with it.
Like even in my feed, I'm seeing them more where I didn't used to. You know what I mean?
It's like even in my feed, I'm seeing more of those fucking 6-second read the caption shit. So I'm gonna start sprinkling them in, and then you guys can roast me because I've talked shit about them for 4 years. So whatever.
Okay, well now I'm gonna try them too. So do you recommend like workout ones? Because now, like I would say, my best content would be like best engagement on content is workout ones. So should I test like a workout carousel? You know how like a lot of people do those ones.
Yep.
Okay. All right, cool. And then let's see what else. Sorry, I have a lot of questions today. So for the 4-day challenge, what do you suggest for the topic? So Monday I did mindset, Tuesday I did nutrition. Monday, like a lot of my clients just gave testimonials at the end, which was awesome because I didn't even have to like ask. So I wasn't thinking of doing like a whole call on one. And then today I'm going to do like workouts and training. And then what do you suggest like for day 4? Like last time I did reverse dieting, but I don't know if
Day 4 should be the system as a whole.
Oh, okay.
Day 4 is the system as a whole because you got training, nutrition, and accountability. And then day 4 is this is how they all work together, which is a perfect transition to pitch.
Okay. And what do you mean by that? Like the system as a whole?
Because like an example is attract, convert, deliver, right? Those are the 3 aspects that grow your coaching business. So I can do 1 on attract, 1 on convert, 1 on deliver. And then the live stream is like, this is how you make $10,000 a month with this strategy. This is how you make $10,000 a month with the attract, convert, deliver strategy. Blah, 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 blah. So like, then I talk about how each one of the things feeds into each one of the things. Does that make sense? So like for you, if you're like, it's mindset, training, and nutrition. And then the last one is like how to lose 15 pounds and keep it off forever. And then you're talking about how all 3 of these things play a key role in one another. And how if you have one of these things that are off, it's going to affect the other 2. Make sense?
Okay.
You're talking about this, then you're just talking about like the overall system, like how you get your clients results.
Okay. That makes so much sense. Okay, cool. Last question, I promise. So I have to be honest, I have not started using my new Instagram account. Like I haven't posted on there. I think I definitely have ADD, that's for sure. So I think I literally just forget. Like I consistently post content every day, but I don't think of it until like later. I'm like, I don't know. It's just like a routine for me to post content. So my question is, do you think I should just do a hard switch maybe in February, or just do like what you told me before, where it's like move some of the top performing stuff over to that new one?
That's not working. So just do a switch.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You're not signing any clients from Instagram. 0, correct?
Not many, no.
Yeah. So it's hard switch.
Okay. And then, I mean, I'll still post stories and maybe like some things on there if I feel like it, just because like I know I'm going to be like a little bit like nervous about it. So then maybe it'll actually force me to remember.
There's nothing to be nervous about because you're not signing any clients from it.
It's so true. Yeah. And
if you were losing money, I would be nervous. But it's like you're not losing money because that Instagram is signing 0 clients. So you may as well start.
Yeah. I guess it's just like the losing the followers more so, but it's like, okay, but it's not.
You mean the ones that aren't fucking watching your shit?
I guess it's a little bit deeper than remembering. It's probably like the mindset stuff too.
100%.
Okay.
But it's like, if those followers, like, again, I would be nervous if I switched too, because I got fucking 312,000 followers. My videos get 20 to 30,000 to 40,000 views. I'm getting hundreds of leads. I'd be nervous, but you're not there. Right? Like, and Jackie, you have a very successful business. How much did your business generate in November?
like I can't remember the exact number. I think it was like 14K, 15K, something.
What was it in December?
Like I don't know. My wave number is messed up. It says 18, but I know it's not right. So I think it was like actually 11.
Yeah, $11,000. So you're making $10,000 to $20,000 a month on an average month.
But it's from Facebook. Yeah.
Exactly. But that's not my point. My point is nobody gives a fuck about how many followers you have except for you.
I see. Wow, that's
Get it?
good.
Nobody
Okay.
cares. You want to know why? Because when you look at your bank account, you can afford your bills. You can fucking do the shit you want to do. The only person that's looking at that is you.
Okay.
And I guarantee you that somebody that's in this academy right now, in the 10K mastermind, is making $7,000 a month. They would trade places with you in a second if they had 10,000 followers making $5,000 a month. And you've got less followers than that, and you're making 15 to 20,000. They trade places with you.
Okay.
You've got a successful business. That's the flex.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Cool.
All
Anything
right,
else?
that's all my questions. Thank you. That was like 15 questions. So thank you.
welcome.
I appreciate you.
You're welcome. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
Start
you.
your new fucking Instagram because we talked about this
Okay.
3 months ago.
Today is the day. Today is the day. And I committed too, so I have to hold my
But
word
you
now.
say you're committed, but I haven't seen any posts, so I don't know.
I know. So now I need to show by action. I'm gonna mute myself now.
All right, let's go. I like it. Big McKinnon, what's up, King? How you doing, brother? Big boy.
Ryan, what's up, man? 10K fam, what's going on?
How you doing, G?
Well, hanging in there. It's a good day. It's a good day to be walking. So, small question first, and jump right in. Small question first. As the king of lives around here, I've been really enjoying the having more lives within my community. And what I'm realizing is that I have way more leads than I thought I did. Cold and warm, but way more leads, and I get a lot of interaction, not only in the lives, but more people are DMing me, things like that. So my main question with that small question, is there a time, let me rephrase that. Right now, the goal is just once a week, 1 to 2 times a week as far as lives, because that fits my schedule right now. But do you have a time that you like to go live, or just is it more like I have an idea, let me just pop up my phone kind of thing?
You answered your own question when you asked it, and you said the reason I go live 1 to 2 times a week is because it fits my schedule.
Fair enough. So just in my gaps.
Yep. So what I do, I go live 5 times a week every week. I've done that forever, and that's been one of the main reasons I think the business has grown, because somebody will follow me today, they'll see I'm live, they'll tune in, they're like, oh, this guy's actually not a dumbass, and then they're more interested. So I think that the way that I do it, McKinnon, to stay consistent is I identify when can I actually fit this into my schedule, and then I commit to those times per week. So for me, it was 10 a.m. PST was the ideal time to be able to do live streams. So for 2 years, I did 10 a.m. PST 5 days a week for 2 years. And then PODCHATS came around, and now it's a little bit different, but it's the time. The correct answer is the time that you can fit into your schedule. That's the best time to go live.
Fair enough. Straightforward. Second part, a little bit of a bigger theory question. Brian, I'm fucking tired. Now, a lot of things are coming, and I'm very excited for this phase. For example, to bring in a win to my first 14-day challenge. This goes back into the live thing. My first 14-day challenge, which is running right now, I have 22 people in it. Super excited to see how that's going. I think I'm going to make a lot of damn money from it. But with that too, I know I worked out with Janelle, especially at the start of the year, and she's like, you need to quit your fucking job. I'm working full 8 to 10 hour shifts, and then I come home and I have to put 8 to 10 hours into my business, which I'm happy to do and everything, obviously. But like I said, the goal is not to quit my job until March. That was the date that me and Janelle had set. So like I said, honestly, I'm just tired. I'm pushing through. And I think what I'm getting at tangible, my biggest bottleneck right now is that I think, in my opinion, I think I'm doing really well in all the other aspects. I think my social media is going well. I think I'm getting good engagement. I'm getting a lot more leads, XYZ, but I'm missing the big step at the front in regards to I'm still struggling with this avatar. Man, I'm going through content mastery, and I've also done the full avatar breakdown sheets. And what I did was I did them for 2 different populations on I think what I would think my ideal one of these 2 avatars would be. I can review those with you or whatever, but I think that's affecting all my other standpoints because I can't progress in social media how I want to because I need to talk to somebody specific in XYZ reason, if that makes sense.
That was a long way to get to that question. And
sorry.
No, I'm not giving you shit. I'm just gonna go back to some of the shit we were talking about.
Okay.
I just want to do some math. Okay. You already committed to a date, but I just want to do some math. How much do you make at your in-person job?
60.
60K a year?
Yes.
Is that before or after tax?
Before.
Okay, so after tax, how much is it a year?
What is it? I don't know, 55, 50, somewhere around there.
50,000 per year divided by 12. Okay. So $4,166 a month from your in-person job. Got it. How much are you making from your online business?
Right now, last year was Last year was 50
Okay.
as well. Yeah.
What have you done so far this year?
What is it? January 7th? I think I've done 3K.
So you made 3,000. So if we do, there's 7 days in the month. So we do 3,000 divided by 7. Or is it the 7th or the 8th today? It's the 8th.
7th.
It's the 7th? Oh, it's the 8th.
8th.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're right. I'm a liar.
Divided by 8 times 31. You want me to do that again?
I don't want you to do that again.
No, I'm gonna do it again just so you can see. Divided by and then times 31.
I'm already quitting the job. It's happening. It's in.
Oh no, I just want to make sure you can see that number, the same number that I can see. Can you see that?
I understand.
Okay, so bro, like you're asking me a fucking avatar question, but your problem is an avatar. All right, that's why I'm getting all like jacked up.
Okay.
Problem is an avatar. The problem is that you ain't focused on the thing that's giving you the most amount of revenue right now. And I also want to caveat this and say, I respect you. I respect you for sticking to your commitment and you're working at your job. Like I respect where you're at. Like I get it. And also, bro, like you're like this fucking close to your dreams right here. Bam. You can see it. You can see it. You can touch it. You can taste it. You can smell it. You know, it's right there, bro. It's right there. And if you had all the time in the world, like all these problems that you're dealing with in your business would seem fucking like they're just irrelevant because
Honestly, I think it's just a time issue because my day can't start till after. But
it's 100% a time issue. So you're asking me an avatar question, but I'm giving you a different answer because the problem is an avatar. It's a different problem. The problem is time.
Okay.
And like as much as you can optimize your time, like at the end of the day, bro, like that is the biggest bottleneck right now is that. And I'm not going to push you to do anything you don't want to do, but I will tell you that like when you can get the courage to make the commitment that like this is the last fucking day or like this specific date is the last date, like that is when your shit is going to blow up. And then you're going to come to PODCHATS 3 months later and you're going to be like, holy fuck, I just had a $25,000 a month. I can't believe I waited that long. That's what's going to happen. Because if you got the leads, you got the like, bro, you're this close to your dreams. You're fucking, the universe is like knocking at your door. Like, hello, hello.
Yeah.
You there? You know, this isn't an avatar problem. This is a time problem.
Fair enough. I'll take that and run with it.
That's all I got to say about that. All right.
Thank you.
Last thing. If you are in the middle of a 14-day challenge, McKinnon.
Yes, sir.
Over deliver to the challenge. And that might mean that you have to be a little bit less active on some of the other things you usually do, like sending DMs every day, blah, blah, blah. But over deliver on your challenge and over focus on your challenge because that's where your next clients are coming from. So if you have a finite amount of time, then spend that finite amount of time over delivering to the people that are in your challenge because those are the people that are going to be signing up for your program next. And then you can take the screenshots of everything that people are saying about your challenge, post those on your social media, but like over deliver and make sure that they're getting amazing results.
Okay, absolutely. Thank you.
Anything else?
All good. Thank you.
Bro, good to talk to you. You're a G. Chat soon. Peace. All right. Last and not least, Haktan, what's up?
Hello. It has been 1.5 years, I guess. I've been watching your videos and stuff, and this is my first mastermind call.
Let's go. How's that feel?
First time when I saw you, you were like 20K working with Devin, and I was like, who is this guy? And now I see you with this podcast and everything, and you earn the respect.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. How can I serve you today?
Okay, so my question is, we have a low ticket offer. We have quite a lot. We have around 500K followers on Instagram. It's Najah Strength. And so we have a low ticket offer. And in that offer, we have a little bit struggle with retention because people are not invested in money and this kind of stuff. They don't work out. And what we thought once after we go through the challenge thingy on the portal, we thought, okay, we can do 14-day challenge for our people to increase retention and maybe even get more results. And we can also make it for free for other people without the training program. If they want the training program, they can opt in for the low ticket option. So my question is it viable and okay to do 14-day challenge twice a month all the time for the low ticket clients to keep them more active and upsell?
So great question. 3 things. 1, I think that you guys can solve the retention problem by fixing the onboarding. So that's the first place that I look for the retention. Oftentimes when clients aren't sticking around for the program, it's because they are not crystal clear on exactly what they need to do in the coaching program, what's expected of them, and how to get the best results. which you can solve with an onboarding call. So I don't know if you guys are doing an onboarding call right now for your clients, but my first recommendation to solve the retention issue was that every client that signs up every week, they get a call with you and your Naja. Is that how I say it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they get a call with you or Naja. And then on that call, you guys are clearly explaining, this is the program. This is how you get results. This is how you check in. These are your workouts. These are your nutrition. I need you to come to one coaching call per week. Do you have any questions for me? Drop them in the chat and let me know. So like giving them very clear expectations from day one will help with the retention long-term, because then you will be guaranteeing that clients get into green light right away. And that's one of the biggest reasons that clients don't stick around in the program, is because they don't get into green light right away. So they just Nash is actually listening to this live stream right now. That's hilarious. So they just join the coaching program and they might start, they might not start, but then they're going to drop off because they don't know what to do. So let's solve that problem right away. Let's get them in. Group kickoff call. Everybody does it at the same time. If they miss the call, we can send them a replay, or we could also pre-record a kickoff call / video that anybody that can't attend the call for whatever reason, at least they get sent the kickoff call video so that they know exactly what they need to do in order to get the best results. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, I don't think that a 14-day challenge every 2 weeks would be good, because it just increases the workload drastically. And I also think that your clients in the app will tune out. I think a more effective thing to do would be to do a new challenge every month inside of the app. And so the January challenge is the New Year, New You challenge. And for this month, your number one goal is to do 10,000 steps a day and complete your workouts. And anybody that does 10,000 steps a day and completes their workouts and checks into the app and posts their 10,000 steps and completed workouts, anybody that does that is going to be entered to win $500 cash. And we're giving away $500 at the end of the month. So then everybody everybody in the program is going to be competing, because everyone's going to want to win the thing. You could do $500 cash. You could do a one-on-one call with Naja. You could do anything, but you just want to attach some sort of incentive to the end of the challenge so that people actually want to participate. I think doing it in 30-day increments would be a more effective strategy than doing it in 14-day increments, because 14 days would overwhelm, and 30 days, it's easy to plan the whole year. You're like, January doing this, February doing this, March we're doing this, April doing this. That planning phase is very easy. I don't think you guys should do any sort of free challenges on the front end, because you have 500,000 followers. So if I'm working with somebody, Hack 10, that has like 1,000 followers, then they don't have a lot of leads, and the leads that they do have are really cold. So like, I want to get them to warm up as many people as possible in a short period of time. When you have 500,000 followers, that's not the game that you guys are playing. Because like, if you put out a free 14-day challenge, you guys are going to get 3,000 to 4,000 people that will register for it. And then you're going to have to sift through who's serious and who's not, right? That's just not a fun game to play. So on the front end, if you guys are going to do any sort of promotions, I wouldn't be doing a challenge. I would be doing a masterclass, because you can get 3,000 to 4,000 to 5,000 people registered for a masterclass. And then the sale at the end is like, for anybody that signs up on this call, we're going to give you a 20% discount on the regular offer. If you sign up after the call, the discount goes away. But if you sign up on this call right now, you're going to get a 20% discount. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Go ahead and tap the link to register. You get 20% off right now on the call. If you wait till after the call, you don't get the deal. Then you get 3,000 people that register for a masterclass. 2,000 people show up. Maybe you pitch to 1,500 people, and then 10% of the people buy. You get 150 new members. That's how I would do it on the front end. I wouldn't do a 14-day challenge.
Okay.
Cool.
And it's live masterclass, right?
Live, yes.
Okay.
And that's a high ROI activity. Like doing those once a month, bro. Like even for me, for my social media, like I don't really need to, but the reason I do them is because I know it's a high ROI activity. So I know if I spend, and this is how you would do it, bro. You would spend a week promoting for it. You would create a name that people would want. So like, Naja Strength is like, get strong, not stupid, or whatever. And then that's the name of the masterclass. And then it's a 60-minute masterclass where she's going to give away all the secrets to get strong, healthy, fit, blah, blah, blah. So you promote for a week. Your goal is to, like, for 500,000 followers, I would say your goal is to get 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000 people registered for the masterclass. Out of those people that register for the masterclass, you're probably going to get 30 to 50 people, percent of people that will show up. Out of the 50% of people that show up, typically speaking, you'll convert 10 to 20% of them in whatever offer that you're going to do. And so you'll probably convert 100 to 300 people into whatever offer you're pitching.
Okay. Cool. And one small question.
Yep.
Do you recommend a squeeze page or an application form on the bio?
It depends what you're selling. So are you guys selling the low ticket right away, right off the get-go? Or do you guys have a high ticket?
We have low, mid, high. Low and mid is taken care by the assistant coach. High is on Naja.
Okay, so I want to take a look. I've actually followed Naja Strength the other day, and then my VA shot her a message, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I followed you myself. Okay, how do I spell it? N-A. Is it that?
Yes, and H at the end. Yeah, that one.
Let's see.
So this is the squeeze page and directs to the community.
Yeah, so I'm going to say, Brian, oops, it's my daughter's name.
You'll get a couple of sales emails now.
That's all good. Type form, 100%. Because there's no advantage to doing it like this, because if you do it like this, right, now you just gave me another form to fill out, right? Because now if I join your school group, I got to join, blah, 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 first name, last name, whatever. There's no advantage to doing it like this, unless like you had a big team. So I have a big team, bro. So like anytime somebody fills out their first name, last name, email, phone number, my team picks up the phone and dials them. So that would be the case where I think a squeeze page might work. But with the type form, or like with any sort of form, you want to collect the information of the prospect that's going to identify at what level they're ready to purchase, so that you can start the conversation on Instagram, or they start the conversation with you, and you guys have already done, like, you already know a little bit of data about the prospect. But if I just filled out first name, last name, email, Instagram handle, if you wanted to DM me and ask me about my coaching goals, you'd have no idea who I am, because I haven't filled out any information. So I would rather this page be 7 to 10 questions asking about me, my fitness goals, my struggles, how prepared I am to invest in my goals, blah, blah, blah. Then let's say you guys wanted to generate leads and you wanted to be able to go into these prospects and shoot them a message. You would know some data on the front end about, this person. So I'll tell you when you should use a squeeze page and when you shouldn't. Okay. You shouldn't use it in your bio, in my opinion, because your bio is to capture hot leads, especially with the following like you guys have. Like, you have a big following. There's 481,000 followers. So like all the people that are in your audience right now, you need to identify who's a hot and ready prospect and who's just there for the content. Anybody that clicks on your bio is my definition of a hot and ready prospect. So as soon as a hot and ready prospect clicks on your bio, I want them to be able to fill out some information that qualifies them for your coaching program. Once you get the information from your coaching program, then we can talk about the next steps in the funnel. But I think for now, the next step is to get all of their information on this form. You can use this same page, bro, but I would just add more questions. And then they press submit. But I also once they press submit, I wouldn't redirect them to the school page, because if you redirect them to the school page, they have no idea what to do, right?
Probably a video, right?
So exactly, you got it. So it would be a video from Naja being like, hey, thanks so much for filling out the application. Super excited that you are interested in coaching with me. Now, I work with people on a very intimate basis, and I've got all levels of coaching programs. If you just want the workouts, we can help you. If you want me as their one-on-one coach, we can help you. We've got all these different levels of coaching programs to be able to help you with your fitness goals. Now, in order to get the most value from me and my community, I post a lot of good stuff on Instagram, but I post a lot of great stuff on school. So there's going to be a link below this video. What I want you to do is I want you to tap that link, and I want you to join my school community. Inside of my community, there's going to be live workouts, recipes, blah, 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 whatever you say. You're going to get a much higher amount of people that will tap the link below and join the community if you tell them exactly what they need to do on that video.
Okay. Cool. Cheers. That's amazing.
Perfect. Anything else?
No, that's it. I'm glad to be here, and all these people are setting new standards for me. And thanks to everyone.
Bro, you guys are going to absolutely dominate this year. I'm telling you, that's like that Instagram following, that offer, get ready for, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 months. I'm telling you.
Amen.
Let's go. All right, bro. Talk to you soon. Thanks for coming up.
Cheers.
That brings us to the end of PodChats, everyone. That was a fucking fire call, 2.5 hours. Literally, so Nick, my videographer now, he comes over to my house and he films most of my coaching calls. He didn't film this one because he filmed cursed. And he looked at my calendar. He's like, does that say 2 hours for PodChats? I'm like, yeah. He's like, does it always go 2 hours? I was like, sometimes it goes for 2.5. He's like, that's crazy. I'm like, I love it. I love hearing all of your guys' wins. I love coaching you guys for this amount of time. Makes my fucking day. So thanks for being my clients. I appreciate you all. I hope you guys all have the best day of your entire lives. And I'll talk to you guys in the next podcast. Peace. See you on PodChats next week. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.